for version 1.8 of Harebrained Games BattleTech game. Looks like we got a couple new faces here in stream, as well as a few people that I know are going to be out there watching this later on video on demand here on Twitch. Hope everyone is having a great Sunday. If it's not a great Sunday, hopefully we can make it a little bit better. Oh man, I'm excited to play this game. I'm always in a super good mood when we decide to dive into this. And look at this beautiful scenery right back here. The entire Argo is backlit. The sun is just kind of peeking up over here. The star, got this beautiful green and red. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. So as we dive in here, I just want to give a little bit of a shout out here to a little bit of a an old follower and an old classic, I should say. Those are the words that I'm looking for, of the BattleTech game and many of its mods. So thank you very much, Time Lord 88, for the follow. It's very much appreciated. Good to see you checking things out. I know you've been playing this and many other games for a long time here on Twitch, so it's super cool to see you stopping on by. So let's, without further ado, dive on in here. We got 70 days left remaining on our main career playthrough. We are planning to go right past that on through, continuing on if and when we get there. We've been playing this for about 5 months now, about twice a week, averaging about 3 to 6 hours for your average play session. And we're just now starting to get into assaults. Brutality campaign, it is called that for a reason. We have all of our settings on the most difficult that you can imagine. All the salvage is low, payout is low, 8 pieces per mech, CT destruction is on, as well as if pilots get enough injuries to be incapacitated, they are dead. So with that being said, if you do want to see your name added into the pilot pool that we pull our names from, please feel free to hit that follow button here on Twitch. If you do want to jumpstart to near the beginning of that list, you can feel free to hit that subscribe button. But we are here to do a lot of casual fun, have an absolute blast along the way, and make a pile of mistakes and try to dig ourselves out of holes as we continue on. If anyone wants to see more information about BattleTech Extended, you can go over here to the Nexus Mods page. Just link that here in chat. And if you are watching this over on YouTube as well at TheChronicToast, just go over to nexusmods.com and search 3025, and it'll be the first mod that pops up. All your information is there. If you have questions, you can ask there. They also have a Discord link to their Discord page in that post. So without further ado, let's get stuck on in. Let's see what we got going on. We are here in the system of BattleTech. We are allied with the pirates, and we are doing a pro-pirate campaign. So everything is been a lot of fun. 3025 has been an absolute blast so far. I know compared to the other mods that are out there, you've got BattleTech Advanced 3062 as well as RogueTech. They've both been recently updated to work with Harebrained Schemes 1.91 patch, the most recent one that's out and available. And I know that Harry78 is working on getting BattleTech Extended 3025 Commander's Edition updated as well. It technically works from what I understand, and they're just basically squashing bugs. And hopefully here in a few weeks, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, we will definitely see this mod updated. So let's go see what we got over here. Make sure all our mechs are actually repaired up and ready to roll. Looks like it definitely is. Literally last stream, we finished getting our Thunderbolt all kitted out, and managed to salvage and buy enough pieces to get a longbow OW, which is not a great mech. We kitted that with SRM4s. Haven't used it yet. Actually really excited. It's our first assault that we've gotten this entire playthrough. So between our Osol, which we've had for some time now, our Thunderbolt 5S, which has a AC-20 in it, large laser and a bunch of medium lasers, our new longbow, which is kitted out with 8 SRM4s, we are now beginning to ready up our next big heavy, which is going to be the Archer 2R. So if anyone in chat, or if you're watching this over on YouTube or on video demand, please feel free to comment here in chat or over in the comment section, or hit me up on a private message. Or if you really want, you can go and search for me over at TheChronicToast over on Twitter. And let me know what you think would be a really cool build. We're trying to find out weird niche builds, things that might be out of the way, out of the ordinary, not heavily considered. For example, we have ourselves a triple AC2 support Hunchback that surprisingly seems to do a-okay. So nothing wrong with that. So without further ado, let's go and see what we have for contracts. Oh man, it's always so exciting when we get to dive in and just generally play BattleTech. There's a lot of cool stuff going on here. Wow, looks like there is a lot of stuff here for pirates. Not too shabby. A lot of travel contracts here, and the rest are restricted. Mostly because I'm assuming do not have enough, uh, what do you say, reputation with the Capellans, it looks like, to be able to do that. So we are enemy status here on most of these other mechs, and our pirates are doing pretty darn good. We are trying to shift stuff around, it looks like, to try to make between indifferent, making them a little bit different. But right now, we are allied with the pirates, or worse, or better, and we're working through that right now. Looks like it is going to be pirate missions indeed of the highest caliber. We do have some travel contracts we can get to. We did want to stop by here in this system to take a look at what we had for just generally, shopping opportunities and things that are here. We'll take one more quick look at that just to make sure it hasn't refreshed since we last logged in. We're not really looking for mech pieces. We are basically broke. And so there's not a lot that we could actually afford to spend money on. SRM6s are always something that we're looking for, but at the end of the day, looks like there's not a lot here as far as options available to do that. So, yeah, so hopefully everyone's day is going well. Hopefully everything is going fantastic. And if not, no worries. Join on for the ride. Hopefully we can make it a little bit better. We have an assassination here in the desert looking for the pirates, which would be okay. Doesn't pay super great. Unexpected Guest does pay really good, but that is a 3.5 skull mission. And it's an escort, which we haven't had the best of luck with necessarily. In the base game, any mission that you take, the skull difficulty can flex up or down by 1 skull, so plus or minus 1 skull. And if you're also working for the pirates, it can flex an additional half skull. So this 2.5 skull mission could technically become a 4 skull mission. Likewise, this 3.5 skull mission could become a 5 skull mission, or it could be a lot less. So, hey, Hotshot, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the adventure. Hopefully, things are going well for you. Hotshot says, you take 3 skulls. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I would really be more comfortable taking the 3 skulls if we had our archer ready to go. We're 4 days away from getting that fully readied up. So, and then we still have to completely kit it out and readied up again. So we'll see if there's a mission here that we can do. Ambush convoy could be good, could be horrifying. Not the worst thing in the world. We are below 1.5 million C-bills, which is our own self-imposed limit. So on the sliders, we'll be prioritizing cash. If we ever get above 3 million C-bills in funds available, then we will be prioritizing salvage. It's kind of the house rules that we've got rolling along with us. Hotshot says, doing all right. Cool, cool. Well, hopefully you can tag along and watch us make horrible decisions and have a blast along the way and, try to dig ourselves out of a hole with a shovel. It's usually how things roll, and we have a blast doing it. I think we're going to probably go here for the fly swatter. And, lost contact, for example, that does not pay well at all. Is not ideal. These right here, we can make a little bit of money. Ideally, fingers crossed, it's not going to be too bad. These could flex all the way up to a 4 skull, which would be rough, but we'll see. Let's go over here. Let's hit that negotiation button. We're going to prioritize cash, pick 1, get 5. 372,000 C-bills. That might be enough for our drop cost. We'll be able to take a look here and see. We want to be able to get almost all of our goodies in here. So the question is, which one do we drop off? We could drop off our long-range Wolverine. LRM-30 does pretty decent, all things considered. We've got our switch hitter right here for our Ossol, twin large lasers for long distance, as well as triple small lasers for punching and crunching up close. We kind of have our medium to close range brawler here with a large laser just in case. Now, this is the desert, so it will run a little bit hot, but normal biomes, this is heat neutral for the most part, firing a large laser and an AC-20 and not firing the medium lasers, so we do have some options. This right here is basically a close range punch and crunch mech. This Griffin has been a venerable, solid, reliable mech for us, which has been pretty good. And you can see right here, drop costs aren't super amazing, not super great, but it's all right. Let's see what happens if we drop this in down here. Yeah, this drops down quite a bit. So with that being the case, we're going to hold off on the longbow for right now. We're going to put our 666 SRM Griffin back in. And we're going to try to roll with this 60, 65 tonner and twin 55s. And hopefully this doesn't get too crazy sideways. And fingers crossed, it'll roll along just fine. We are going to pull out tin can pops. We're going to find someone else we can stick in here that's a decent-ish gunner and does have right here. Looks like we're going to put Nasty J over into the Ostel. He does have bulwark, which is good, so we can basically sit and cover if he needs to. Multi-target, you can shoot different ways, which is pretty decent for this mech if we do need to tag stuff, or if we have long-range targets and then short-range targets, we can shoot twin large lasers at one and then small lasers at another. And of course, we're in an interesting spot. So we have our switch hitter, long-range / short. We have a close-in-combat brawler, long-range support, and then kind of, you know, the one that's already there. So without further ado, let's hit that deploy button. Let's see what happens. I'm sure it's going to go absolutely all sideways. That's how it usually goes. And that's half the fun right there. Is just kind of going, oh man, are you serious? And then trying to figure out how we can get out of that situation without hitting that withdraw button. We've had to do that very, very small amount of times already, over 5+ months of campaign. So we're doing pretty good. Let's reach down into the grab bag of voicedom and see if I can't find a pirate voice that does not wreck my voice. It's been a little bit raw lately, and we're doing pretty good. So,
Arr, Commander, this mission should be simple. A Capellan noble is participating in a patrol as a show of support for the troops. She's insisted on using her ancestral mech, which is a Cicada CDA-2A. This should be eliminating her quite easy. Recognizing the danger, her handlers have sent along an extremely heavy supporting lance. If you're quick and aggressive, you should be able to destroy her little cicada before her escorts can react.
a hit-and-run operation sounds straightforward enough, Commander. Just remember that if you get bogged down in fighting the escorts, escape is always an option. Oh yeah, man. Let's see what happens. Let's see what gets happening. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I've been waiting for a bit to play BattleTech. I've been doing a lot of Witcher 3. Started that this past week while I'm waiting for my Final Fantasy VII Remake copy to show up. So finally getting stuck into that game. Can't believe I really missed out on it so far. It's been really enjoyable. Let's see what Yang Vertinen has to say. Well, if you ask me, Halls, anyone who sends their VIPs out in a CDA-2A is asking to be shot. Do you have anything helpful to offer, Yang? These little buggers are fast, so watch out for the VIP to make a run for it. Noted. Commander, remember that we're expecting a very, very heavy escort, so it would be wiser to hit the target and run for the LZ here. Good luck, and good hunting. Oh, man.
This whole planet could use an air conditioner.
Air conditioner? What? What are we talking about, man? It's nighttime. It's got to be nice and cold here in the desert. That's what we got going on. So let's see where we're at. We're already into combat here. It looks like we've got an 65-ton mech. I was going to say 85 ton. They weren't kidding at all about the hit and run aspect of this. We are here in a corner, so we're not going to necessarily see reinforcements flanking due west or due east of us, left or right here, which is really, really good to know. Usually I find that if you're not in a corner, you're going to have a much more high prevalence of when reinforcements, if they do show up, of coming in on your flanks. Here, that's not going to be the case. We do have an Op 4 right off the bat. If there are reinforcements, they're going to come up from the top left or the top right. And looks like this is a pretty small map, so we'll see what happens. So the Capella Noble is way up here, and the supporting forces are over here. So we're going to focus in on the forces right now, if we can get up this big, giant rise. Golly gee whiz, man. And then we'll roll up here to go take out that Noble. As that being the case, I think we're going to try, if we can, to flank down here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get around this. This might not be a good idea, so we'll see.
I hear ya.
Yeah, this is going to be rough. I'm concerned about this little section right here. That might not be something we can traverse, and we don't really have a lot of jump-capable mechs here, or any, potentially. Yeah, we've got no jump-capable mechs, so with that being the case, we're going to sprint as fast as we can up this way and see who we run into. We do see they have one 65-ton enemy mech, and that's really all we got. An 80-ton, a 55, and a 65. Now, if we're not careful, we're going to get caught in the low ground, and they're going to get caught on the high ground, and they're going to have an accuracy bonus shooting down onto our mechs. So we'll see. My guess is they can't easily get up this. They're going to have to funnel up this way to reach this ridge. So we're going to book it as fast as we possibly can to get as far north of here as we can. Maybe we can get them into a bottleneck, and then we'll reevaluate how we're going to go forward and kind of deal with this situation. Because in an ideal world, I got a 35 tonner over there as well, so that's not so bad. Light, medium, medium. Or no, this is completely a light, medium, heavy, and assault. So this is a complete variety lance over here. Ideally, we're going to try to push up here, and then we have a situation to evaluate. Do we roll up the hill to attack, or do we keep pushing on this corner up here to try to go for this Capella Noble? I'm not worried about the Cicada. We can Alpha Strike the snot out of that and get it to the point where it's going to dogpile and fall over pretty hard. It's just really a matter of, is that going to be the best choice? And we'll know here in the next turn or two kind of how that rolls. Doesn't look like any of these pilots over there have sensor lock, which is beneficial for us. What that does mean is they're going to either be a bunch of Lerm mechs that are waiting for line of sight, we're going to get wrecked, or they're going to be direct fire mechs. This 80 tonner up here, I am concerned about that.
Waiting on you, Commander.
That seems like it's going to be a potential nightmare, and we'll see. Now, we could be a little bit cheeky and use AKA Kobold here with the Lerm 10 and sensor lock, but because of the way the pilot skills are set up, we're not going to easily be able to sensor lock and then Lerm our own targets. And so we're going to push as hard as we can, as fast as we can, and we'll see what we can do. Keeping the evasion pips up should help quite a bit, unless they've got a lot of Lerm mechs over there, LRMs. Because if they do, then all they got to do is get line of sight on us, and we're already hosed. So,
Let's go.
and as always, chat and audio crew, if the audio sounds good, great. If not, please let me know. This is the same as true over on YouTube. If you're watching this, if the audio is coming through all borked up or different, just give me a holler and we can get that fixed up and squared away. Either live if it's here in Twitch or in post if it's already posted up on YouTube. I've got a few levers I can pull if needed.
I hear ya.
But yeah, so I usually go through an audio test when I start the stream, and usually it works out pretty good.
Got it.
Every now and then I'll catch something that requires a system reboot or a restart, things like that. And for the most part, it's working out a-okay. We are dragging this whole lance forward. We should see a striker. Oh gosh. Okay. Whew. Not quite what I was expecting to see. And it's a fully armored striker as well. I mean, that's not saying a lot, but let's go take a look at this Striker 2C. We've seen 2 of these, I think, in the last 5 months on different missions. That is a brutal looking mech. Look at that chunky boy right there. Golly gee whiz, oy vey. Ooh. Well, we'll know real quick if the rest of these mechs are Lerm mechs. The 65 ton could be one. It could be a catapult. We're not going to be able to outrun these mechs as they go around. They're just going to stay on the very top here and shoot at us. So I think we're going to race up to the top here, try to get into this cover, this forestry stuff here, and wreck face if we can. And
Waiting for orders.
we'll see. I'm going to try to back up as much as possible. You can watch for these different pips over here around the enemy if they get golden. That means you're in probably one of the best accuracy range bands that you can get. And if you're direct line of sight, it's usually going to be better. We're at 54% there, and just to kind of illustrate, we'll pop up here. 54, again, it's good, but if you get real close, it drops down quite a bit. I don't think we've got really good... Well, we do have indirect fire here from cover with 54%, so we're going to do that. And let it rip. Now, you will notice that the percent chance to hit isn't that great. One, this mech runs really, really cold, all in general. It doesn't heat up that much. It has no heat sinks. It's just a very cool mech. Also, on most of my mechs that do have ammo, and you'll see this over on the mechs that have AC-20s or whatever, SRMs, I run as little ammo as possible. I try to get around 12 rounds of full salvo firing. And until I get below half the starting quantity on this mech, that would be 180 rounds. I will take any percent chance to hit shot that I can, unless heat is a concern, because I want to get that ammo in those ammo bins below half. So when, not if, I get a crit to that ammo bin location in the mech, it doesn't explode and just annihilate half that torso, arm, whatever it may be. If you have got less than your starting ammo in there, if it's half or less, it doesn't explode. which is nice. So basically it becomes a free crit sync, which is always fantastic. So we're going to get up here. We're going to fire away on the Stalker. Looks like he's got Bulwark is my guess. Or at least he's braced. One of those two. I forget what that little shield symbol means. Guarded. Guarded is the one. So that means 20% reduction in cover it stacks. So they're going to be at 40% reduction in damage. Not super great, but we're going to work with it as much as we possibly can. And we're going to jump to get a little bit closer. And we're going to protect this right side as much as possible because that is where all of our ammo is in the right torso on the Griffin. Garrison in the Smash and Potatoes. If you see him in chat, he loves Griffins. He absolutely hates Griffins, which is why we've put him in one. But he's been doing pretty good, all things considered. Garrison has been with us for quite a while on this campaign. Had some very scary close calls. But if we can get some hits in there, try to remove an evasion pip if we're lucky, and continue to do some damage. And 55 Tonner is an LRM mech. Looks like it might be an LRM 10, so that could be a Centurion. Trying to think of what else that might be. But let's see. Who else do we have down here?
What can I do for you?
We've got our AC-20 large laser. There's no way we can easily get up there. We could with our large laser, it looks like. But I really want to get up nice and close to get that AC-20 rolling. So we're going to do what we can to get out and about. Try to flank a little bit. Maybe we can get them into a bit of a crossfire, turning one way or the other. And if so, maybe we can focus on a side and blow through an arm and then a torso, rather than the full, accuracy dilution that is the, CT head, legs, all that stuff. If we can focus on a side, we can minimize the amount of damage that we're doing, which will be really good. Now, our Ostal's in an interesting position. We do not need to punch and crunch with this mech if we don't need to, which is really, really fantastic and cool. We do have twin large lasers, so we're going to do that. We're going to get a distance up here and do what we can to try to get some damage on this mech. And let's get a miss and a hit. Doing some damage, getting that rolling in. We might be utterly hosed. It really depends on what's coming over that hill. That is going to be an LRM 15 is what I guess. So that very likely is a catapult shooting one of its launchers. What is this? An Os Scout. Okay. Interesting. Medium laser on the Os Scout. Oh, Nasty J getting hit in the head right off the bat. Oh boy, there's daylight through that cockpit. That is not good. Oh my goodness. My guess is that came from the Striker with the AC-5. Wow. This right here, the Os Scout, not a lot of armor. I mean, it is, but only medium laser, not super scary. It does have a Beagle active probe, though, so we are not going to be getting a lot of evasion pips that are going to stack up here.
What can I do for you?
And we're just going to have to deal with them. 64% chance to hit. We're going to roll for that. We're just going to keep firing away here on this LRM-10 on the Striker. If we can get that down, fingers crossed, we'll be okay. That catapult back there, which is what I guess it is, and that Centurion are going to cause problems if we can't get the Striker wrecked pretty quickly. That's just going to be a huge, huge nightmare. Especially with the Beagle active probe going off, making it harder for us to shoot things, as well as losing our evasion pips, which is not always good. Coffee grinder, we can finally get up here, it looks like, with our AC-20. Which arm is our AC-20 in? It's going to be our left arm. So we're going to try to pivot enough to protect that as much as possible. We have AC-20 ammo in that left torso, and so we're going to do everything we can. Good chances to hit, and we are alpha striking here, which is probably not the best decision, but I do want to make sure that we get some shots going in. If we remove medium lasers, you can see all that heat rolls down pretty good. So we're going to alpha strike, get his attention, and then we're going to go in and just kind of not have those medium lasers unless we absolutely need it. If we lose an arm, we'll be a-okay, but they are really hot. That is a 2-bar efficiency mech right there.
Yeah. What can I do?
We're going to get a little bit down here if possible. Trying to stay back from this ridge line a little bit as we shoot all our SRMs and everything in. You can see we're finally starting to make that armor go from a white status down to a gray. We are working through it. Still only an LRM 15. It makes me wonder what that mech is. I wouldn't imagine that even with the AI, that the catapult back there, if that's what I'm assuming it would only be shooting one of its weapon systems. Usually after one turn, the AI decides, you know what, we're gonna go for it, and they launch everything. And I don't
Waiting for
know,
orders.
it's hard to say, but and we should, if we could get into cover, I would like to get into cover, with with this um with this mech up here. Golly gee whiz, man. Um, just a lot of damage, but much better chance to hit here with large lasers. So we're gonna go for 84 and a 79% chance is
Firing.
pretty good. 2 solid hits into the leg, into the CT. Finally getting that recon pilot and that striker onto the stressed track, onto the panic track. That means we can keep our firepower up on that mech. And if we're lucky, we can get in there and just keep rolling that up a little bit higher and a little bit higher. Oh boy, we are already opened up. And this was a max armored Thunderbolt. Wow. That's crazy. Strikers are dangerous. They are dangerous builds. That's what I'm learning here. So we're gonna continue this. 44%, not great. If we stay put, is it any better? I doubt it. No, it's not. We're gonna roll for it. 44%. We're gonna keep pushing up on this LRM-10, LRM-30 triple mech here, keeping the pressure up, removing that evasion pip, and we'll see what happens. 55 tonner LRM-10 is coming in, is my guess. Onto our Griffin. This striker's doing a decent job. He's not pushing forward, and he's limiting the area that we can push in on this mech. If we were to move forward, we would start losing ability of cover or get into direct fire line of the supporting lance. So we're going to keep fighting over this hilltop, and we're going to do that however we can. Small laser is within range, so we're going to roll with that. We're going to be a little bit forward up here, a little bit close. We're going to take our chance, and we're still going to push this heat up a little. We got maybe 2 more turns before we have to start using our coolant vent. And we've got a head hit on the enemy pilot, which is fantastic. And we are unfortunately getting wrecked pretty hard here. Our Thunderbolt is going to get a little bit closer. And maybe we can get a better shot. Hard to say. That one's much better, so we're going to pivot again back to the right. I think we have to watch our left arm. So we're going to do that as much as possible. And we are going to overheat. So we do want to start turning off these medium lasers. I'm not going to alpha one more time because then we're going to start cycling between these two. AC-20 and large lasers, all we're shooting. Here we go. Oh, and a big solid shot to the CT, which is really good indeed. Down to 108 internal, and the enemy pilot is panicked. If we keep focusing our fire on that pilot, there is a chance that they will bail on out if we can keep the pressure up. Right now, it's effectively 4 versus 2 with LRM support for the enemy. And we're going to do what we can to keep this happening. I don't really want that target. I want to go after this enemy mech up here. There's not a lot of places we can go to get those shots. We're going to go up here. And not really the best chance to shoot, but we're going to go for it. Ah, a miss and a miss. At the very least, we did... Oh, he's keeping his evasion because he's a recon pilot. That's a bummer. No guarantee that it's going to disappear. We are floating a little bit left, so there's a chance that they could start dragging these mechs up. Oh, and they're starting to go down the backside down there, which is not good. So, what that means is now that the Oscout is basically splatting for all of them, it's not going to be the best scenario for all of us. I'm going to reserve, and we're going to see if we can't pull our Griffin back with Garrison. And if we're lucky, lose line of sight, we can back up, we can wreck this Oscout, and then we can basically play the waiting game to see what they decide to do. But that's going to take another turn or two for that to happen. Oscout is backing up as well, which is limiting how far back we can pull back from this. Not a bad decision on the AI's part, actually. This mech was getting wrecked, and so now they're basically spotting through the Oscout. Can we back up and still get shots in? It is going to be hard to say. We're going to try it. There we go. We have broken line of contact there. We only have this mech. Not really good chance to hit, but we're going to roll for it. Again, we're trying to get this below 100 on the ammo count. We started off with 200. And we're going to roll in from there.
That's not right.
So what are they going to do? We're basically playing peekaboo over the top of this big giant mountain up here.
I hear ya.
Do we have any good direct line of sight on this mech? It does not look like we easily do. Decent chance to... Oh, gosh. 24 is not a decent chance to hit. Ooh. That's just really, really bad. We'll reserve again. We're going to save AKA Cobalt to the very end and see if we can't get some help up there. Yeah, there comes all that pain rolling on in. We're going to see if we can't strip some more evasion pips.
Good to go.
And we'll see what that happens now. Yep, we're still good. We did not get close enough to open that up. Not really good chances on the AC-20. We're just going to shoot with a single large laser. And we missed just because of the evasion pips. And AC-20s are could be something that we don't have that many of on board this mech. With that, we do have Nos2J back here. Can we get line of sight on this? Ooh, I did not account for that. It looks like the answer is most definitely no. So with that,
On you, Commander.
we're going to come over here and see what we can do for shots. It should be improved a little. Yeah, 10%.
Tell me what to do.
We're gonna roll with it.
Let's see what happens. No worries. Reserve one more time. And the 80 tonner is coming back up. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Oh, into the Thunderbolt. Ow, ow, ow. Well, at least our own Ostel 4D is going to have its own chance to take some shots in here. And some pretty good shots, it looks like,
Location confirmed.
based off this. Now, the question is, are we in a good enough range? Not really. Missed and a miss. And lost one of those evasion pips.
Reporting.
So
Negative
with
damage.
that, he's improved the stress, which is not ideal. We do want to keep the pressure up on him, but we can start getting some more damage rolling in, hopefully. And 54% chance, not amazing, but we're going to roll for it. We're going to have that happen, and we're going to keep dogpiling the striker. If we can get the striker out, it'll solve a lot of our problems a little bit better. And he is panicked, or she, we don't know. And Garrison in the smash a potato. We're going to, again, pivot to the right to keep that right side protected, and we're going to basically go for everything we can into the CT on this enemy mech. And if you're keeping an eye out on this in Resolve, we're not going to touch this until we get above 50%, unless we absolutely have to. It's something I really want to avoid, just because accuracy is so hard to get, and we could definitely use that 5% bonus accuracy, if at all possible. The Oz Scout looks like it's moving around, and that's it. Where did it go? Oh, it bailed way over here. It's trying to spread out our fire, turning us left and right. That's going to make that a lot more difficult to, basically shut down line of sight up here on these mechs.
Commander?
Now, we could get up here and punch and crunch, but we don't need to just yet. Again, we're going to continue to protect. Ooh, we're showing the wrong side, but hey, it does have a lot of, how do you say, armor? So that should help out. Here we go. Oh, boom, a solid impact. That mech is starting to get ripped up, and there we go. Coffee Grinder getting the first forced ejection of the day as that mech reaches up towards the stratosphere. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. Thunderbolt showing them how it's done.
Someone just got toasted.
Hang on one second, ladies and gents, and I will be right back. All right, and we're back. Just had something to take care of there real quick. All right, let's see what we got going on here.
Ready for
Can we get
orders.
some more shots in from our big mech up here? It looks like we don't have any good shots, unfortunately, on anything over there, which is to be expected. They are back behind a ridge. So let's roll in up here and start pivoting a bit more. We're going to go up here and force engagement here on this mech. I don't know as if this is within range. That is the big question. This will generate a lot of heat. I don't see the effect bubble, so we're going to try it. Yeah, it's just outside to avoid that evasion pips. So we're going to shoot our twin large lasers. Don't really have anything to lose. And miss and a miss. And stripped an evasion pip as well, so that is always going good.
Failed to connect.
Let's see what we got going on here. All right, AKA
Waiting for
Kobo.
orders.
We're going to have you come up a little bit closer and get direct line of sight. And not the best chance to hit, but we're going to roll with it, at least with one of these LRMs. correction, we're going to sensor lock the crap out of this Scout, and to make it harder for it to shoot stuff at us, get rid of some of that evasion, and we'll see what we got. These LRM mechs are still dogpiling our mechs up here. Thankfully, we can turn our backs to them, use up a little bit more fresh armor, it looks like. And the Scout is starting to roll again, unfortunately for us. Not as much evasion, though, because it is trying to get up and shoot on the backside of our Thunderbolt. Grind it into Coffee Grinder himself. Oh, buddy. Oh, man.
Yes,
And
Commander.
Garrison's going to roll down here. And Garrison's pretty hot, it looks like. But we do have Coolant Vent. So we're going to protect that right side, show our back,
Cake.
and probably pop Coolant Vent in here. And shoot everything we got. Twin SRM6 and an SRM6 equivalent based on the triple plus for damage boost. Here we go. Oh, buddy. Got a couple hits of damage in there, possibly. And stripped an evasion pip as well. And it looks like the enemy up there is in a situation where they don't have a lot of good stuff going on.
Good to go.
Coffee Grinder in the Thunderbolt. Would love to be able to put a round straight through this mech.
What's up, boss?
We don't really have good shots up here either. So we're going to move up here with the Oscil, and I think we're going to pop our tracking ping if it's going to be within range, and it definitely is. We're going to hit that sensor sweep.
I've got
There
a
we
sensor
go.
lock.
And, yeah. That Oscout up here has only one evasion pip left, it looks like. Oh, and her right arm fell off. That's painful. That's a bummer, man. Large laser. Ugh. That being said, we can now turn around, and we are going to protect our left side as much as possible. And we're going to shoot away with all the fun stuff. With two of the medium lasers and the AC-20. Here we go. Oh, buddy. Oh, left torso, left arm destroyed, structure exposed. That is a pilot injury indeed.
Critical hit.
Oh, baby. Oh, man. Getting the job done and hurting and crunching up a little tiny Scout. They don't really pose a lot of danger, but they can be an absolute nuisance if you're not careful. Do we have any good line of fire? We don't have anything direct, and not the best chance to shoot. Can we do anything from cover? Not easily. That's kind of where what we're dealing with right now. We can get direct line of fire, but it's not going to give us the best firing arc. So 34% is what it is, and in comes the triple Lerms. Lerm 30, rolling on in, crunch and punch. Finally got him unsettled. I have a feeling that we are going to be cracking this Scout wide open before we ever actually are able to get in and force an ejection on this pilot. Now, we could be wrong. It really depends what they're doing. He's going up here, and he's continuing to sensor lock, trying to get more targets lit up for his twin LRM mechs over here, his buddies over there in that Lance.
Orders.
But we'll see what we can do here.
Heading out.
And firing away, continuing to burn up a lot of the heat up here. Decent chance to hit. We're going to keep the pressure up. We should start husbanding those SRM6s a little bit more if we want to be a bit more careful and cautious. We're going to pivot up over here. And overheat alert. We're going to turn off one of those medium lasers. And we'll take the shot here on a different turn. Right now, we're going to stick with the two medium lasers. Two solid hits right there, it looks like, as well. Got rid of an evasion pip, which is helpful.
Critical hit, Commander.
And they are finally panicked, which is good. They are now starting to make those panic rolls if we can keep the pressure up. Looks like this mech up here is starting to get closer and closer. Not really sure if they're going to be rolling up here for direct fire support or not. But we're going to continue to be wrecking this Scout. Then we're going to pour over this ridge and wreck these mechs. Probably going to go for the 65-tonner first. It really depends what direct fire weapons they do have. That's really going to be one of the big things we got to keep our eyes on.
Move into position.
And with that, we're just going to brace on up. Not a lot we can do with the Oscil right now. And enemy turn isn't doing much. So
Good to go.
looks like they still have a heavy out here somewhere, which is probably just that 65-tonner. And then two lights, which is odd. So not really sure. Not really sure what's going on with that. But here we go. Some more Lerm action rolling in. Here we go. 19% chance. Not the best, but we are keeping the pressure up on that mech. And unfortunately, it is going to be moving here next after the 55-tonner gets done lobbing its LRM-10s up there. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. See, where is he going? He's now falling back a little bit, getting ready to be overswamped and overtaken by his allies, rushing up to hopefully block
That was a heavy hit,
incoming
Commander.
fire and help. But no clue if that is, in fact, what's going to happen. We're going to keep you up here at point-blank range. This is the last turn of full-range shooting, and we're going to shoot everything. We're just going to keep the pressure up on this enemy mech. And they are still panicked. They successfully completed their panic roll, so they are not bailing out just yet.
Commander?
Nasty J is finally getting up here, getting some good shots here. Twin large, triple slazers. There we go, indeed. There goes a right torso and a right arm. That is going to be a second pilot injury. And that's it. Punching out, reaching towards the stratosphere. They're on their way, headed up to space. Looks like down here, these two mechs are repositioning and prepping for the inevitable over-the-top action. Thunderbolt is rolling up. What do we have down here? We have a Griffin. It is not a Centurion, ladies and gentlemen. There's an LRM-10 PPC direct fire Griffin. We do have a good chance to hit, so we're going to roll with that. One medium and an AC-20. Oh, and a solid 80 damage going in. Reduced by 20% from 100 due to being in cover. AKA Kobo, can we get up there? We can. No direct fire again, but we do have our LRMs, and not a bad chance to hit, so we're going to roll for it. Here we go. LRM-30 crunching on in, distributing all that damage on out. One more turn. Welcome to the adventure. Welcome to the chat. How is your day going? Hopefully it's going good, and if not, hopefully we can make it a little bit better. We're just playing BattleTech Extended 3025 on some of the hardest difficulty settings that are available, and making a hash of it, and having a lot of fun trying to dig ourselves out of holes along the way. We are allied with pirates and all that jazz right now. It's a Crusader. Oh, gosh. Oh, that is a danger noodle, and it's on full armor. Oh, boy. Huh. Okay. Not expect a Crusader for the 65-ton. That explains kind of the lighter loads and not an LRM-40 rolling in. That being said, let's roll down here and keep focusing on this Griffin if we can. And then we'll dogpile that Crusader, see if we can't get some salvages. So, one more turn says, don't see 3025 CE that much on Twitch. How's it going? Things are going pretty good, actually. It's been a pretty casual, slow Sunday. They're usually boom or bust, so nothing too abnormal there for BattleTech in general. 3025 has the last of the 3 major mods that hasn't been updated for 1.9 just yet. It still have to run it on 1.8. Basically roll back your BattleTech save in order to run it. And as a result, people are kind of gravitating towards the newer shiny things like RogueTech or BattleTech Advanced 3062, which are all awesome mods in their own right. They do, different unique things, and they've got a pretty good following, and they're pretty decent, all things considered. 3025, I know I've been talking with the mod creator, Harry78 and crew, Don Zappo and Just In Case, and I know that it technically works in the latest version of Hairburn Scream's BattleTech, but they're just trying to get a large number of bugs squashed and taken care of and resolved before they push out an update. So I'm hoping in a few weeks, give or take a week. I've been saying that for a little bit now, but I know they're working on it. So we should see an update fairly soon. TM, quotation marks, asterisks, whatever your additional nomenclature for, there might be a catch, would be. But I enjoy it quite a bit. It's basically like Vanilla Plus, which is really, really cool. If you want to dive into some stuff that's a bit closer to tabletop as far as mechanics rather than just lore, BattleTech Advanced 3062 is a really, really good option for that. I think they just released the Clan Mech pack for that mod as well. And then RogueTech, of course, throws everything in the kitchen sink from Star League era all the way up to Dark Age and Jihad and all those other eras in BattleTech into one big giant kitchen sink. So it's a good community. There's a lot of stuff that's out there that's really, really cool. And so if you've got a kind of a flavor or an idea that you want to dive into, there's a lot of options, which is refreshingly nice, I got to say. So, but we'll see. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. But
Engaging.
been playing this for 5 months now, this continual campaign about twice a week. And we just got our first assault built up, a longbow-0W. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes.
I'm hit.
But yeah, thank you very much for stopping in. And if it, keeps you entertained, stick around. If not, there's plenty of good content out there. So yeah, man, thank you very much one more. Awesome stuff. Let's see if we can't get Coffee Grinder a little bit closer in here. I don't want to get too crazy close to this Crusader, which is what we're doing right now. But I really want to get this Griffin taken care of. And we only have so many AC-20 rounds, but if we can get this Griffin taken care of, then we can dogpile this Crusader and actually not get wrecked by that PPC that Griffin has, which is going to be a pain in the tuchus. That is going to be an absolute just, it's going to be rough to deal with if we're not careful. And as we know, we're historically not that careful in this campaign. This is pro pirate, and yeah, it is definitely going to be an issue to deal with. So let's see. Direct fire from our Lerm 30 Wolverine. Not bad, not bad. If we're lucky, we can get through these torsos up here, and that would be very, very helpful.
Got it.
Got an LRM-10 crit, which will help,
When I shoot
but
you,
it's really the
you'll take it
PPC that we're really concerned about. I would like to try to get this pilot on a panic track if we can. Their torsos here are slowly getting melted off. PPC is on the right arm. LRM is in the... all on the right-hand side. I mean, that makes sense, I suppose, based on the model. So,
Good to go.
let's see. Can we get Garrison and the Smash a Potato down here? Looks like we definitely can. And we're going to blow a coolant event again. And we're going to dogpile everything we can up here into this mech for the next handful of turns. Left torso, left arm destroyed. There we go. That's going to be one pilot injury. And they're bailing on out. Bloody heck as they reach towards the high upper level atmosphere. Taking a free trip to gaze at space. Oh, man. Oh, baby. There it is. There it is. Now we can start dogpiling on this fully armored Crusader, which I would love to get my hands on one, all things considered. I mean, it's got SRM-4s in the legs. How cool is that? That's just ridiculous. So,
Good to go.
let's see. AC-20. Can we get behind this mech? We can.
Affirmative.
So we're going to give it a shot. It looks like there's not a lot of armor back here, but probably enough to survive. So we'll see. We're still stuck down here. And, oh, and we miss, of course. Not the end of the world, but not super ideal. Oy vey. Oh, and they're coming in for the melee. Oh, 90 damage is nothing to sneeze at. Ooh-wee. Woo. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Holy wow, man.
Standing
Well,
by.
we can now get behind this mech relatively easily, so we're going to do
On
that.
my way.
We're going to shoot twin large lasers, triple lasers on in, and see if we can't get that backside opened up. Now, we are not trying to go out of our way to salvage mechs. We have it set on 8 pieces per mech that requires salvaging. And C-bills are king, unfortunately, because everything is so expensive.
I hear
And as a
ya.
result, it's not really going to be ideal, but can we get at range and have direct line of fire? The answer is probably no, it looks like.
On my way.
74% chance to hit, though, is really, really good.
You're not
So,
gonna like this.
oh, there goes a left torso and a left arm. There's a pilot injury on that Outrider
Another
that
hit
is
like
currently in that
you're
Crusader.
toast.
But yeah, cash is king, and I'd rather just knock out the mechs, because the faster we can do that, the less repairs we have to make, which means we're going to have more C-bills in the bank. Man, it's always going to be a tough ride to do that. So here we go. Blown through the backside of the Crusader from the backside to the front side. Rear end over front end. Let's see what it does. Backs up a little bit more and continuing to try to open up our own Thunderbolt over here. Very nearly getting close to doing so.
That was bad.
Other than the one arm
Commander?
that is currently getting wrecked. Let's see. Can we get the backside out on any other mech on this?
Receiving you.
We're not going to easily be able to do that. So we'll reserve down one more time. And yeah,
Good to go.
nothing else that we can easily do. So we're just going to try to dig
Receive.
through this broken off arm and see if we can't get into the CT. And finally unsettled. They are finally on the panic track. So if we keep focusing fire, there is a chance they will bail, which is much more preferred. Simply because that means we are much more likely to actually get more salvage out of this than not. AC-20. Yeah, still only one medium laser. This mech, on anything other than a desert, with how we've kitted it out, AC-20 and a large laser can fire basically heat neutral over and over and over. Large lasers destroyed. The medium lasers are really going to generate a lot of heat. This mech is 2-bar heat efficiency, so
Commander.
it is what it is. Looks like we got a big solid impact there, and the mech is stressed. And that's going to work
Waiting
out
on you,
well
Commander.
for us. Again, not really easily able to get direct line of fire, but with 74% chance, that's good. We've got this and one more salvo ready to go. Oh, pilot ejected, head destroyed. They are reaching out towards the stratosphere one more time.
Someone got toasted.
Oh, buddy. Oh, man. And now we have our own Capella Noble all the way over here in a little tiny cicada. So, chat, with that being said, we're going to come up here and sprint on up and see if we can't catch ourselves a cicada and a bug mech,
Moving.
and we'll go on there. Hey, Tug Bobo! Greeting, Toasties. Oh, baby. Oh, man. Welcome to the Adventure, Tug. Hopefully things are going well for you today. We are blowing up mechs and getting some mech parts along the way here on this big
can I do for
sleepy Sunday. Having a blast. Generally just having a good time. So I ran into another striker. I think it was a 2C again. This is the third time we've run into him. We might actually get enough parts to get close to building one. Fingers crossed. But we are a little bit broke right now, so we are focusing on C-bills 4 days. And our Griffin actually has jump jets. I forgot about that. So we're just going to go straight up to this ridge line up here and drop on down. Oh, man. Tug says he has a kitten licking my foot, but otherwise okay. Tug, I believe you misspelled trying to eat you. I don't know how, if it came through with a typo or not, but kittens are vicious, man. They're vicious little murder snugglers. All day. That's right. Tasting you, seeing if it's worth attacking you in your sleep. That's how it usually goes.
Commander.
I've got our two twin sisters back here. Little tiny kitten cats, about 2 years old, and they're all crashed out, zonked out, snoozing away.
I'm ready for
Usually
orders.
they cause a lot of mischief and trouble, and they've been pretty calm today so far. I think they're finally over this whole, working from home thing. It's just too much petting, too much attention. But
Waiting for orders.
well, it is what it is. We got one more salvo that we can get our hands on up here. Not a good chance, so we're not gonna risk it. What we are gonna do is sensor lock the cicada up here to
Sensors
prep
locked
in
on.
time, just to see what happens. The cicada's coming closer. Oh baby, oh man. Tug says they explode a little inside. Oh buddy.
Yeah.
Let's see, can we jump? We can jump all the way down. So that's what we're gonna do. Surprise Griffin, Garrison in the smashed potato. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. One more salvo, 56%. Yeah, we'll rock this. That's good. Ooh, correction. We get half of one more salvo, and then we should be good. Oh, man. How's your day going so far, Tug? Hopefully it's going A-okay and all right. If not, hopefully we can help out with it just a little bit.
Good to go.
Rumor has it that there are a good amount of Bannerlord 2 shenanigans that you'll be rocking with tonight. So that's actually really exciting, man.
Yeah, Commander.
Just got up an hour ago. Gotcha. Cool.
Double time. Let's
We
go.
are crunching through and playing some BattleTech, and been playing The Witcher 3 quite a bit yesterday and the day before, as well as spending some time with some friends, doing some War Thunder action, co-op, going through a little bit of a rough time, and just trying to hang out and lift their
Good to
spirits a
go.
little bit and have a blast, you know? And if you're out there watching this, Jedi Ace and Tiberius, hopefully your days are going well. And we'll get back to the action
betcha.
soon enough. 64% chance with LRM-10. We're going to roll with it. And then it's punch and crunch, small laser mode. Oh, buddy. That's what we're here for.
All out of
That's
LRMs,
right.
Commander.
Finally unsettled. This noble up here is starting to realize that maybe things aren't working out quite as expected. Yep. It's probably not going to work out at all, is my guess. And we shall see. And yeah, we're going to fire off these down right here, and that should be just about it. There we go, down to 2 SRMs. Kind of messed up that one, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. We did get a stressed on this enemy pilot, and we did crit one of their weapons, so I agree as well, man. I agree, absolutely. I hope so as well.
Waiting for orders.
Let's see, Nasty J is still way out in the middle of nowhere.
Waiting
Guess
for
we're gonna have the
orders.
Osel continue to book it. Try to get eyes on up here.
Full speed.
Surprise, surprise, there is now a heavy mech rolling around the
Good to go.
corner, which is not going to be something that this particular noble wants to see, is my guess.
Sprinting.
And
Our target is making
yep, they're just like, no,
Waiting on you, Commander.
nope, I'm good. So now the chase is on. Small lasers are all we got. We are sprinting for days. This mech is starting to make a break for it, which is not ideal. We have no idea where they're trying to go. Oh, up to the denial zone. That's not great. We might lose this noble, unfortunately.
Right here.
Shoot. We can jump over here,
Island Jump jet.
and we'll fire off the last of our missiles.
Rear armor. It is.
Missing a miss. What are you going to do? And hopefully our big mechs up here can finally get within range.
Commander?
I have concerns regarding that, but we will see. Not the best chance to hit. Oh, finally got a good one hit there, but my guess is this mech next turn is going to sprint, and we're going to lose him.
Waiting for orders.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's a real big bummer. But we played with our food just a little bit too long. Oh well. What are you going to do? AKA Kobo, actually, is as well still not going to get a good opportunity here. We're sprinting after a Cicada.
Got it.
In a Wolverine, we are going to lose this foot race for sure. And just shy. Oh, gosh. Nope. That's it. They're gone. We have failed. We have failed the primary contract for the Pirates. Crap. Time to make a withdraw. No way of pulling this one out of the fire. Womp, womp, womp. Not even a good faith one either. Shoot. Pirates are going to be very upset on this one. Man, that's a bummer. Actually, it's a good faith, though. So there's that. This mission basically cost us C-bills with all the loss here. You can see the drop costs were calculated out of this as well. And we still have repairs to do, so that's not ideal. Nasty J got cranked in the head by that striker. And 2 injuries, not ideal, but hey, what are you going to do? We got 2 pieces of Griffin. It is what it is. Ah, man, it's a bummer. But these are the risks and the chances that you take when you're flying around, doing a bunch of missions, doing crazy shenanigans, and all that jazz. We did kind of go here trying to find some work. The missions here are a little bit tough. They're definitely crunch and punch mode, but elevated for the Op4, not for us. And now that we have repairs, we might as well travel. Delicious, delicious coffee, Java cappuccino, caffeination. Let's go over here to the mech bay. Let's see what we got going on. If it'll let me click on it. There we go. And our longbow is ready for deployment if and when we need it. That being said, our Thunderbolt needs a whole new arm crunched into this thing. Ooh-wee. Large laser. I think we got a few of those laying around. We do. That's going to be 3 days. That's not so bad.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
So the question, chat, is do we travel and repair, or do we stick around and take a look at what we got for contracts? So we do have an ambush convoy, which is dangerous. These are pirate missions, so they can flex 1 plus another half. This is going to be potentially a 4-star mission, 4-skull mission. We have a battle in the Badlands for the Capellans, actually, against the local government. We could do that as well. Recovery mission. This could flex to a 4.5 skull, or this, which could flex to a 5-skull mission, which would be absolutely crazy. But it's an escort. I really don't want to dogpile on these things. Escorts are still a little bit risky for the way that we play. Everything else is heavily worked on, and we don't really have a lot of revenue bonus here to do a lot of travel without this completely losing our lunch and paycheck. What I'm thinking we'll do is potentially take this. It could flex up to a 3.5 skull mission. To do that, though, we might... I think we're going to be okay with where we are. We're going to, again, prioritize C-bills. 500,000 C-bills is pretty darn good. Gotta say, pick 1, get 4. That's all right. Not going to worry about that too much. And pull out our tuckered out mech warrior pilots up there. And I really want to bring in the longbow. I also don't want to just sink ourselves with drop costs. This thing is just really expensive and pricey. We do have a crazy Shadowhawk large laser AC5. Not a lot to it, but it is kind of a long distance shenanigan that we got going on there. We do have our all-arounder, though, for our own Wolverine. We also have our AC-20 Centurion, which could be pretty cool. This is a lot of C-bills. I think we're going to drop out the longbow. And I think what we are going to do instead is bring in our... Ooh, do we want to bring in this? I think we probably could. We could probably bring in... Man, we're still soaking C-bills, unfortunately. We'll bring in the longbow. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? We've got an 8 SRM4 built out brawler with a longbow, aka the short bow. We got our AC-20 Centurion, kind of a mid to short range. We've got our Griffin up here, which is kind of our push forward and crunch as well. SRMs also, and our long range. So we've kind of got the different ranges set up. And Scent, Griffin, Wolverine, and a longbow. So what do we got here for firing, control, and all this jazz? That is the big question on what we got rolling on. Man, who do you want to stick in here? See, Sarvik likes the big guns. He loves all that stuff. So we're gonna probably put Sarvik over here into the Centurion. Breaching shot on an AC-20 is a pretty decent, good deal. Let's see, Data King 1. Also a huge fan of stuff. He does get to go before people too. We're gonna stick him down here into the Griffin. That'll be a solid choice. Sensor lock pilot in the crew as well will help out whoever we put over here into the Wolverine if we need to. And we don't need someone that's gonna have to deal with being a little bit too hot over in that mech. So we're gonna put Chaotic Looney down here into that. And then over into the longbow, that is the question. Who do we want to stick in there that's pretty decent? Who do we want to stick in there? Let's see. My guess is that we will probably want to put Tin Can Pops into there. This mech runs at 4-bar heat efficiency, so it will get a little bit toasty, but it should be all right, you know? DK says, I like stuff and things. Welcome to the chat, Data King. Hopefully things are going well for you. Hopefully the adventure is going all right on this Sunday. If not, we're here to make it better. I think anyway. We'll see. And yeah, man. Should be a lot of fun. Let's see what happens. We are in the Badlands, so it will get a little bit roasty toasty. And as always, we'll see how bad and sideways this can get, because that is generally how it's going to go. And we're going to pull ourselves out of that. We failed our first mission for the first time in a long time, but it was a good faith failure. We just didn't get the person we were supposed to wreck, which is unfortunate. But these things happen, so, you know. Let's reach down to the grab bag of voicedom and see what we got for a voice today. A high-tonnage local government alliance will shortly make planetfall at the behest of a group of petty nobles and commercial interests. Intel suggests this is the vanguard of a larger force of conventional tanks and infantry, and they're scouting the region for a suitable landing site. We need a competent mercenary company to intercept the mechs and stop the invasion before it gets underway. If their planet-side allies send any support, you are to wipe them out as well. Commander, this seems like a rough fight. We'll be the shield that blocks the head of the spear. If any support units do make a showing, only engage if you're in a good position after dealing with the mechs. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. Well, that's our goal. Blunt the advance of the invading force and punish any supporting local forces. Well, it sounds like we might be fighting against some of the people that we pissed off before, so let's see. Should be fun.
Command interface initiated.
Oh, man. Enemies detected in the area, Commander. Intel reports that the locals sent a pretty serious lance of mechs. Also, keep an eye out for harassing units from the locals.
Why can't we fight in nice, cool lakes?
Yeah, you're probably right. Absolutely. We are not easily in a corner, though we kind of are, so we should see reinforcements in a way that's not ideal. I say we're going to pour down from here and then go north to focus on this. We can fight from cover if we need to. I'm a little leery exposing our backside and being so close to this north side up here. So that being said, we're going to roll down here to the right, push north on these forces, and see if we can't get that squared away before we get dogpiled by anything else that's out and about out here. Oh, man, that would be rough. Hey, Guyver, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. How's it going, man? Hopefully your weekend's doing all right. We're back to making terrible decisions and having a blast doing it.
Moving to position.
Ooh, what are we up against? We have a Shadowhawk 2H. Okay. Looks like it's in the standard armor pack. And we got 2 unknown mechs over there. My guess is that there's going to be a 4th one somewhere. These look like local government forces, and they are fully armored as well. Oh, man. Let's see.
Waiting for orders.
We're going to sprint our way all the way up here. And we're going to go from there.
Coordinates.
We got our longbow, Chad. We got our first assault mech with the twin trash cans on the sides here. All loaded out with SRM4s for as many days as we can possibly fit on this thing. And tin can underscore pops. That's right. The flat stack, 4 smokestack sailor. That's right. He's the one that's rocking and rolling. Oh, baby. Guyver says, not too bad. Been doing some spring cleaning since Ohio is deciding to start to open May 1st. Well, fingers crossed it all works out and social distancing and all that jazz continues to happen. I know there's a lot of potential hope out there for Ohio as far as a number of other states. We're looking at that over here in Utah as well. And fingers crossed we don't see any crazy resurgence or anything really too bad. Yeah, because hopefully, if everything goes well enough, our medical systems will be good, be able to handle any influx, and we'll be all right, man. We can get back to doing some cool stuff, but we shall see. It's all going to be a waiting game, as it were. We're going to reserve one more time. I want to make sure that our mech up front can go if they need to. And it looks like the Shadowhawks up there are doing their things. We're going to reserve and play this all the way down. So, Guyver says, plus getting a newer used vehicle as mine is on his last legs. Oh, man. Newer vehicles, regardless of whether they're used or not, they're super exciting. Basically, it's something that you can focus in on. You can make it your own. Just newer good stuff, man. I absolutely love stuff like that. It's so, so cool. And if you want, feel free to share in chat what it is that you're getting your hands on. If not, no worries, man. Secrets and stuff are A-okay. It's exciting. It's an 04 GMC Envoy. Oh, nice. Those are really, really nice vehicles. Really, they actually don't have that many issues. That's something that goes with them, and I think they've all been handled by factory recalls and stuff like that at the dealership. So chances are you're going to be good to go, man. That's awesome. Super, super good. Let's see. We do have our 4th mech, a 50-tonner, a 60-tonner, a 70-tonner, and a 55. So we do have mediums, mediums and 2 heavies. 2 mediums, 2 heavies up here. He currently has a Suzuki Aereo. Oh, dude. I've actually, it was a number of years back, but I actually rode in a Suzuki Aereo. They're fun little vehicles, man. They're not too shabby, not too bad at all. You can get into a lot of trouble with those little vehicles, and get yourself out of it too, which is pretty cool.
Hey.
They're fun little adventure machines. That is definitely for sure. So we're gonna take our LRM Wolvie, roll over here to the right as much as possible,
Copy.
and we're gonna light this mech up. A 77% chance to hit is pretty darn good. Go get him, Chaotic Looney. Say sorry afterwards, eh? And we'll roll with that. Oh man. Tug saying having fun playing with Guyver with him this morning. My guess is you were playing Mech Warrior Online. I know you guys are currently crunching towards getting to Pilot Tier 4, I think, on your way to Pilot Tier 3. It's a lot of fun, man. Cool stuff.
Yep.
Let's see. We can only get one spot to fire here, so we're going to go out here into the middle of nowhere with our Griffin with all the stuff on it. And what do we have over here? Oh, gosh. What is this? We have a Hunchback. Ah, man. It's another AC-20 Hunchback. Oh, okay. Those things are dangerous, man. Very dangerous. We got a 70-tonner. It's probably going to be another Archer. But in the meantime, we're going to dogpile as much as we can from distance. This Shadowhawk, not really good chance to hit, but as always, we want to get our ammo below half, so 100 or below before we start husbanding our shots. That way, when, not if, our ammo gets critted, we don't explode. So, should be good. Got one hit and stripped an evasion pip. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. Guyver says, yeah, you can, but mine has a broke CV joint plus Akron roads suck. So I want to make sure I've got a running car. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, CV joints are rough. You can get them replaced. But the question is, it's like you start asking yourself, like, all right, I can put the money into it now, but where's the next problem? What's the expected maintenance cost going to be? Break that down to a roughly maintenance monthly amount, and have to ask yourself the question, all right, is that worth doing it that way versus buying a new vehicle? Because with a new vehicle, right, you have a guaranteed payment. Unless you've got a lot of cash to just buy it outright. But you have a guaranteed monthly payment. Whereas with an old vehicle, the potential monthly cost is really high, but you don't know if it's going to be this month, next month, or another one. So, Tug says, I'm a tier 4 in War Tugger, near in 4 with Tug Bobo. Completed the event with 12,000 plus match points in less than 24 hours in the Tug account. Oh, baby. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, I'm about, 3/5. No, 2/5. I'm about 2/5 from being complete with tier 4. So I'm about 35 or 40% in, maybe. Something like that. I'm almost to the middle of tier 4 with mine. And, yeah, Akron roads are the absolute worst, Tug says. Horrible, most jacked up roads I have ever been on in this country. Well, Tug, if, oh boy, you haven't been to the upper Midwest, man. We literally every year have roads up there that are so bad that you can't see the original pavement. It's just pothole patch upon pothole patch, and they just paint over the top of it. And, at some point they say, you know what, it's not worth it. They just turn the whole road back to gravel, and those are main roads. So, I don't know. That being said, empty giant potholes, those are worse than just bumpy roads. So, yeah, man. I always love it. There's this meme that's rolling around out there that has like the Titanic scene where, like, spoiler alert, Rose is on like the floating piece of debris and Jack is hanging off of it. Only in real life, Jack is basically hanging down inside of a giant pothole, and Rose is like, "Hey, it's real. The roads are real bad." So most of the Midwest states, they have these huge funds for roads, and then they pull all the funds out to the general fund, and then they get consumed, and then there's nothing left to fix the roads, and they raise taxes to get more money to put into the road fund to get pulled back out into the general fund, and then just rinse and repeat, right? So Gatmer says he's buying it outright. Oh man, nice. That's gonna be a really good deal then. That's a no-brainer, man. Guyver, I'm really excited for you. Hopefully you enjoy your new Envoy. Those are fantastic vehicles, man. They're pretty cool. They're pretty fun too. I like the styling of them. They're not bad. So let's see. Can we get? Oh, we can't quite get Sarvik anywhere closer. We're gonna reserve a little bit more. See if anyone gets a little bit closer to us. Or if additional enemies we don't see are rolling around. That's always the question and concern. Well, Tin Can Pops. Ooh, Pops can get a little bit closer. Ladies and gents, let's see here. Oh boy, the inaugural firing of our Longbow OW with 8, count them, 8 SRM4s. Woo-wee. Tin Can Pops, if you're out there watching, buddy, you got this, man. Oh man, here we go. Here we go. And firing. Look at all these missiles rolling in. Oh, dear goodness. Look at that whoosh whoosh train. Nice. Oh, that's so cool. A rifleman. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's really bad. That's the first time I think we've seen a rifleman, actually. So, whoo, boy, oh, boy. Oh, man. Rifleman. 2 large lasers, 2 PPCs, it's a 4D. Oh, man. Chat, this mission is getting a little bit more difficult. We've got AC-20 Hunchy, Rifleman 4D. Ugh. Guyver says, yep, he's getting it for a good amount, which is fantastic, always fun. And has less than 100,000 miles on it. Way cool. And DK says there was actually a resolution not too long ago in my county for that very thing. Prohibited county government from raiding the road fund for other matters. Yeah, I would love to see that be done in the state of Michigan. That's been a long-running issue for the last 60 years. Everyone knows it. Everyone talks about it. And that's why the most recent round of taxes, that was rejected because the populace is like, hey, man, what do you mean? The money doesn't go to the roads. So Let's see. We're gonna have Sarvik get a little bit closer. Is there anything we can do? Not quite. This is a long-range build on the Centurion. Actually, I should say that. Correction. It's a short-range build. So we're gonna roll up here nice and close.
Double time.
And let's see. Data King says, "Oh man, I hate the roads in Michigan. Absolutely miserable." Yeah, right on, man. Right on. Ohio roads, you can definitely see where the Michigan-Ohio border is because the Ohio roads are bad, or they're actually better than Michigan roads, but they're still bad. So it's just like kind of going between counties. You see where the county line is because you have smooth roads and then dirt because they can't actually maintain the asphalt. So, oh man. Know Michigan quite well, a family in Monroe. Cool. Plus a Wolverines fan. Nice. Tug says, sadly, not until very late tonight at all is he going to be playing MechWarrior Online. He's prepping for Bannerlord right now. Ooh. Should be a lot of fun, man. Should be a lot of fun. All right, DK, we're going to have you continue to move closer. Just wade in towards this Shadowhawk. It's got to fall over at some point, and all these missiles are definitely going to help that to happen. Assumably, if this Hunchy doesn't just delete mechs. Whoo, man. Jedi King's got the moves. Oh, dodging the AC-20. Oh, buddy. Wolverine fan in Ohio, is that even allowed? I mean, it's a thing, right? Ohio's considered the deep south, right? Because it's below the state line of Michigan. And coming from the Upper Peninsula, that's the part connected to Wisconsin. The lower mitten, like it has Lansing to Detroit, that's the south as far as it was concerned when we were growing up. There's a huge divide because everything in the UP is very rural, loosely populated. It's got 200,000 people total for 46% of the landmass. I think it's like 2% of the population, something like that. And then downstate makes a lot of rules and legislations that are good for built up, urban environments and all that stuff. And it's just crazy. It's crazy stuff. It's like northern Wisconsin versus Milwaukee. Just crazy different areas, demographics and culture and all that. So let's see. All right, Sarvik is now within range. Oh, buddy, let's go and put this Shadowhawk on its lid. Oh, big solid impact, structure exposed, and the pilot is finally stressed, getting the work done. Oh, buddy. And apparently just trying to dish it on back. It's all right, we can take it. Now that hunchback, though, we got to watch out for. And, of course, there is the crazy rifleman out there, which is not ideal. We're going to have our own Wolverine up here with Chaotic Looney, the crazy Canadian. That's right. Launching the LRM-30s on in, 57% chance, and a left arm destroyed, and the pilot is panicked. Finally got him on the panic track, which is good for us. The rifleman is backing up. He's still going to shoot us. Not ideal. Ooh, big solid impact. And thankfully, Sarvik is holding his own. The Grasshopper, that's what that is. Oh, no, man. Chat, this Lance is not at all what I was expecting this to be. We are in for a wild ride. Oh, my gosh, a Grasshopper. Wow, so many large lasers. So many large lasers. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's right. Guyver says his dad shoved Ohio State down his throat as a kid, so I told him I was going to root for the Wolverines at age 8 and never look back. That's how it was with me in hockey, right? So my dad was a huge fan of the Detroit Red Wings, and I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to root for the Blackhawks or the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, anybody else, right? Same thing for NASCAR. Huge Jalen Hart fan? I'm going to root for Jeff Gordon. NFL football. Huge Green Bay Packers fans? Nope. I'm going to root for the Detroit Lions. Now, in general, he roots for the better team, so there is that, but I'm kind of an underdog as a result, so when they do win, it's an absolute blast. Anaheim Mighty Ducks, buddy. Oh, yeah.
Commander?
Tin Can Pops, time to get a little bit closer, improve that accuracy. Hoo boy, here we go. 8 SRM-4s launching again.
Everything I've got.
Oh, man, lift off achieved. Look at this. Oh, man, so good. So good. I would be panicked too. That is a wall of missiles. Oh, man. NASCAR was Tony Stewart. Football was Giants. And baseball is the Mets. Fair point. Fair point. For me, I was always a White Sox fan. Just because they're opposite of the Red Sox, right? Why not? They're cool. Here's a real good question, chat. What is a sport that you really, really enjoy that people would not expect you to watch. Either it's because it's not popular or no one in your immediate family understands it. For me, I really, really, really enjoy curling. Hey, there it is. Guyver's got the same thing. Curling, man, it's so good. There's very few channels or bits of coverage of curling here in the States, but living near the Midwest, you get some stuff from Canada every now and then. So, oh man, Guyver, you're all right, man. You're all right. Oh man, that's cool stuff. If you're out there watching on YouTube and you have an idea, please feel free to post it in the comment section below, and we can have a discussion and conversation there. I would love, love, love to talk about weird, obscure sports. There's so much good stuff out there. Curling is the one I enjoy the most. Oh, left torso destroyed, right arm destroyed. That is a pilot injury and a half right there. That is a walking stick. Oh, buddy. Tug Boba says, nerds! He is, of course, just kidding. So the question for Tug is what sport is niche that your friends and family might not understand that you enjoy? Now, I know what the obvious answer is. I'm guessing. But I'm curious what the next one is. So, Guyver says archery is another one that he likes to watch. Absolutely. You've got your feeder rounds. You've got your NFAA. You have your anything that's international stuff is a lot of fun. I haven't watched it that much with archery, but I used to do competition target archery all through the Midwest. Went out to nationals in 2005. You know, all that fun stuff. I still have all of my equipment. Not Olympic class archery, but just NFAA, National Field Archery Association stuff. And it's super, super good. It's a lot of fun. Oh, man. Archery is where it's at. And Mrs. Toast actually likes shooting recurve or barebow, as it were, either of those classifications with no sight or scope, and does a lot better than I do. So, Guyver says he has a compound bow with 60 pounds pull. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, if you're looking to get, like, if you're hunting with it, double lung shots only need about 45. If you want to go through bone and stuff like that, you need a little bit higher poundage, about 58 to 60 is the minimum. Now, cam technology with a percentage of let off really changes a lot of that stuff. But if you're doing target archery, 45 pounds is about the minimum that you can get reliably to shoot out to 80 yards or possibly all the way out to 120. That's going to be, I think, the equivalent to 90 meters, possibly, for your feeder rounds. Much beyond that, you can't really go much lower. You're going to be arcing it way too high, and you're not going to have a good resistance to influence on wind. So, but usually 50 to 60 pounds is a pretty straightforward place to be. Much higher than that, you're going to wreck your shoulders if you're shooting, 200 arrows plus a day. So, Tug says medieval fighting. Yeah, I kind of figured that. And he says he likes UFC and MMA fights. Ooh, absolutely, man. It's super, super cool. Target archery, I use a plain old no-name short bow. Yeah, good stuff, man. He'll run a scoreboard. Nice. See, that's what's cool about this stuff all the time. There's so much fun stuff that's out there, and there's so many cool, unique hobbies that people have. And you start talking about them, and everyone is usually like, whoa, or they're like, I do that too. It's crazy cool stuff. So it's a lot of fun, man. Guyver, if I'm ever back in the Midwest and it works out, we should meet up sometime. But it's gonna be a while before I'm out that way. But there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do out there. There's a lot of fun hobbies, and Ohio's a cool place too. I would argue that it's a little less cool than the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, but probably more cool than the Lower Peninsula of Michigan by and large. Them's are fighting words for some people, but we'll see how it goes. Either way, in the Midwest, you can get Verner's Ginger Ale, and that makes us all the same. So, I actually have a case down in the basement right now, so. Hey, Queenus, how's it going, man? Says, am I in the right place? Is this CT's channel? Oh, buddy, welcome to the adventure, my friend. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, let's see what do we got up here. We have Sarvik up here, protecting that right-hand side as much as possible with the AC-20. Can we put the Shadowhawk down? It is entirely possible.
I copy.
Oh, and we miss. Oh, man, that's a bummer. Oh, man, this Centurion does not run hot at all. Now, granted, we are standing in water, which is going to give a massive, massive, heat sinking capacity here. But that's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Yeah, our weekends are going pretty good. Played The Witcher 3 all day yesterday, kind of chilling out with Mrs. Toast, doing some good stuff. Waiting for Final Fantasy VII Remake to show up. Target is finally shipping it. It's only going to be 2.5 weeks late, but it is what it is. We are taking out our longbow for the first time, which is really, really exciting too. So we're going to get up here. Is this a good chance to hit? Not really great. Much better on the rifleman. Oh man, we're still gonna go for this just because I want to get this thing done if we can. So we're gonna launch this up a little bit, and the LRM-30 do some more damage. Rolling a little bit. There we go. They panicked on out. Oh golly gee whiz, Chaotic Looney saying sorry, eh? Right there afterwards. Oh buddy. Oh man. And Tin Can Pops with the beautiful, beautiful twin trash can. Oh man, Tin Can Pops. Both the cans are right there. Let's go show them how it's done. Point blank range. Oh, not great. We have reinforcements rolling in. Ooh, that's what I was afraid of. And we've got 2 big giant explodey ammo bins up here. But hey, you have an AC-20 Hunchback. Let's fire away. 8 SRM-4s. Structure exposed. Sandblast away. Oh man. I don't know about loot mechs, but we did get enough salvage and buy some pieces to get our longbow OW up and running, which is right here. And we are currently building an Archer 2R, I think it is. Maybe it's a 2C, but we are building a brand new Archer, which is really exciting. So, Guyver says, switching to phone to watch the rest of the stream. Gonna make dinner, gonna make salmon, broccoli, and mashed potatoes. Ooh, that sounds really good, Guyver. For me, it's spaghetti and spaghetti sauce, and yeah, spaghetti and spaghetti sauce, and the spaghetti is technically ramen packets without the flavoring added, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. And tomorrow night is probably gonna be tomato soup with crackers and cheese and tuna added in on the side, so should be pretty tasty.
Waiting for orders.
Let's see, what can we do here? Point blank range with Data King 1, Data Koenig Ein in the Smash and Pumpkin Griffin. That's right. Not a great chance to hit with the SRMs, but we can get a good chance to hit with the lasers. Here we go, point blank range. Say hello. There it is. Oh, buddy. And the Hunchback is backing up. It wants none of this stuff. It is actually running away, which is really, really good. Quita says, nice. I think I recall on tabletop that 70 tons was a sweet spot in terms of engine weight to free space tonnage ratio. You are absolutely correct. In much the same way that a 50-tonner for a medium is kind of the sweet spot for being able to put a large amount of weaponry on board, whereas the 55-tonners, you can't put as much weaponry on there, but you can put a little more armor, simply because, you know, bigger engines and all that. Hey, Cass, welcome to the adventure, my friend. Been lurking while I play League. Ooh, who are you playing in League? Are you kind of mixing it up and matching, or are you just kind of trying to figure out 1 or 2 heroes to play with? Fear me, Hunchy. That's right, DK. Rawr. Or whatever the war cry is. Let me hear your war cry. Oh, man. Morgana and Lux. Ooh, Lux is pretty good. I've heard a lot about Morgana, but I don't know anything about what she does. It's been a long, long, long time. Many, many years since I've played League. It's still super popular. So kudos to that game. It means they're doing something right. Let's see. The Hunchy, the Rifleman. Hunchy is still right here. Ooh, shoot.
I'm here.
I hear you, he says. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get the LRM-30 Wolvie up a little bit closer. Sandblast this Grasshopper. There we go. Doesn't look like we really did much damage to it, which is not super ideal. Ugh. Let's see. We're gonna protect this right arm as much as possible on Sarvik. 26 and a 41, and a much better over here. So we're going to launch this AC-20 at this Grasshopper over here. Gunner pilots, they're going to be pretty good at shooting, which is dangerous for us. Solid impact. Look like it went to the CT, and they are finally on the panic track with Unsettled. What do we have for vehicles? I really hope it's not bad. A 45-tonner?
I've been
Sensor locking, okay. What do we have up here? An 80-tonner. Oh, boy. Chat, if you have any ideas on what this 80-tonner might actually be, post it here in chat. And if you're on YouTube, post it in the comment section down below. We'll see. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy bad. Ooh, boy. Cass has been saying, I've been trying to learn the support route because there seems to be less competition for that position. Absolutely true. A lot of times support characters just don't get a lot of love. That's why I enjoy playing them quite a bit, even support mechs. You can really rack up if your team is generally not doing terrible and overall just generally being okay or better than that. They could be good, right? Being a support character, you can get a lot of points in a large different kind of games, whether it's a League of Legends, Dota 2, MechWarrior Online. There's a lot of ways that you can rack up points for that, which is super, super awesome.
Standing by.
This is going to be a little dangerous, but we're going to roll for it. We're going to get a little bit closer here with tin can pops, with both of the giant trash cans. And a little bit hot, a little bit of overheating it looks like. Just a wee little bit, so we're going to hit that coolant vent. Vomit some of that back here into the the natural environment. This isn't actually water, everybody. This is, in fact, a pool of coolant. It is what it is, so. Cass says the Patton, and Quetus is saying Demolisher, Shrek, Heavy LRM are all 80-ton Vs. Has it fired at us? I don't think it has. I think the 45-tonner has. It's hard to recall. I'm not remembering, so. It'll fire at us soon enough, though. That is definitely for sure. Good chance to hit there. Horrible and horrible. So we're going to go for the Grasshopper again. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Affirmative.
SRM4s, 8 of them rolling in. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Working on that CT armor and finally getting that mech to be stressed. Rhino is an 80 as well. Those all sound horrifying, to be honest. Oh. And here's an 80-tonner. PPC and LRM 10? Maybe, from whatever that is? Intriguing. And that came from a 60-tonner up there, actually. So we've got an 80, a 60, and a 45.
Reporting.
Cass says you might have it right. Looked like water to me, boss. Oh, man, it is what it is. I like how water has scorch marks. See, I'm telling you, man. It's coolant vent. It is what it is. It's just silt. It's nesting grounds for the lake salmons, or whatever you want to call them, you know. It's low tide. Low river tide or whatever. It's something crazy that doesn't make any sense out there. Hunchback. The Grasshopper is... Oh, man, there's still not really a good amount of stuff up here that we can do. 69 and 24 and a 74. Ugh. All right, DK, we're going to vomit everything up at the Grasshopper, and fingers crossed it doesn't go sideways. So here we go. All the firepower rolling in. Our leg is opened up thanks to a couple AC-20 shots.
It's underwater scorch marks, sir.
Oh, buddy. Oh, gosh. AC-20 into tin can pops into one of his trash cans. Ooh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Saying, I heard you were playing with G-Boats today. You're a good man. He needs people to keep him busy nowadays. I'm assuming that it's the Tug. I don't know who G-Boats is. Hopefully he's doing good, though, all things considered. See, Sarvik, can we get him over? All right, we're going to start dogpiling this Hunchy again, specifically now that it doesn't have that much evasion, and it's out in the open. Eat AC-20, mech. Oh, we miss. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
Not ideal.
Not ideal indeed.
Right here.
We're going to pivot from over here and shoot direct line of fire. Best chance to shoot. We are
Here we go.
going after the Hunchback. Maybe we can get lucky. There we go. We finally blew off an arm. It means that torso is going to be a little bit easier to wreck. It's a bummer because we are not in cover right now, and we are getting wrecked hard. It's a Goblin. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a Goblin. It's probably that 45-ton mech up there, that vehicle up there, wherever it went. This rifleman is causing major problems, though. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Internal structure disintegrating.
Scorched water equals steam? Yeah, it's possible. That's really not a bad idea. Cass says, G-Boats is a community member going through some rough stuff. Fair point, man. And I know how that is right now, at least in general. Community members and friends going through rough stuff, and as long as you can support them, be there for you, it's gonna work, you know? Let's see. Yeah, Tug was playing with a Hotshot earlier today. Quita says, seems like the opponents are defending our beach landing, Saving Private Ryan style. That's true, as long as they don't have air support, Quietus. I really don't want a small laser blowing up a large mech, but it is possible. And it is hard to see in here. We still have our Hunchback hanging out. and a grasshopper, and of course, the ever dastardly devious rifleman. Oh, that is just painful.
Awaiting orders.
We're gonna have Tin Can Pops kind of pivot around here a little bit. That left arm is really ready to pop. Thankfully, we only have weapons in there, no armor, or ammo, I should say. We're gonna offload everything we can into this Hunchback.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
All 8 SRMs. AC-20 crit, AC-20 destroyed. Oh, buddy, now we just have to watch out for the Battle Fist.
critical hit.
Someone is getting toasted. Aw, yeah, man. That's exciting. I love it. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, that looks painful. Rolling on in. Something's not good up there. That is a PPC and an LRM-10, whatever it is, from that 60-tonner mech. Burnt Toast Brigade, indeed. Let's see. Data King 1. Can we get up there? We can. Let's go right up to the front side here a little bit and continue to wreck this Hunchy. We got to get this thing down. Still is a medium laser, small laser, and really angry Battle Fist. So we're going to rock and roll. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And a small laser. Right torso destroyed. That is going to be a pilot injury for sure. And that's it. DK has done it again. That enemy is bailing on out. He is indeed fearful of the Griffin and the Data Koenig Ein. Oh, buddy. Someone just got toasted. Oh, yeah. That's right. Quita says, in the military, we have a term or phrase called AAR comment, which means something to remember for the after-action review. Oh, man. So AAR comment, question future plans to have the longbow lead the charge into AC-20s. That is a very, very solid point, Quetus. Ideally, that does not happen. That'll be taken under review. Yeah, it's true. It's true, man. I hear you. 3 ups, 3 downs, 3 sustains. Yeah, you know.
Commander.
So the question is, how do we move forward on this? I really want to dogpile this grasshopper. That is a dangerous, dangerous mech. We have a manticore. Oh, gosh. Okay. And a goblin up on the hill. Those are very, very heavy things. So we're going to want to start pivoting to the right more often than not. So just checking. Thought you were checking out new tactics. Oh, I appreciate it, man. I definitely understand you're not trying to take the piss out of me. That's fine, man. No, good, dude. We're trying out different things. I was just trying to get the longbow actually into combat, into good range for the SRM4s, and the enemy mechs started rotating counterclockwise, and we did not appreciably respond to that. So, ideally, the longbow needs to start shifting further to the right, and start letting some of these other mechs take the punishment. But we'll get there. Oh, CT shot with Sarvik onto the CT of that thing up there with the AC-20. Oh, man. Cass says, yep, he was a lane hero so many times. Yeah, support characters can do a lot of good stuff, man. We're going to get up here in direct line of fire again. We're going to keep dogpiling this grasshopper. How much left is on the CT? 68. We're gonna burn a precision strike on this and see if we can't improve that ratio a little bit. I don't see hardly anything hitting the CT, so what are you going to do? But we did get a large laser crit, which will help us out. Unfortunately, we are going to get dogpiled by some of these mechs and vehicles up here. The Goblin is still within range. It is sensor locking us, though, so... Oh, man. Tin Can Pops, we're going to have you pivot out to the right hand a little bit here.
Moving out.
Lane Hero is an army term as well, as since we are going to the AAR route. Absolutely, man. And here we go. Frontline mech, pivoted to the right to keep away from some of the more dangerous things walking around out there and trundling around. 8 SRM4s, all rolling into a grasshopper. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Large laser destroyed, but the mech is still up.
Reporting critical
Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. And they're still shooting in. Oh, there goes the left arm destroyed. The can fell off, and it got a little bit smaller in the process, actually. It's like it was inflated or something. As soon as it popped off, it just kind of hit the dirt. And I think, actually, it was floating down there, which is pretty cool. What's not cool is we're still getting shot at, which is very, very painful. And we just lost our searchlight. We're never going to see anything again. BattleTech RNG says, if you weren't aiming at the CT, you wouldn't have only hit the CT. Props in the Lane Hero comment, Casual. Haven't heard that since NTC. It's true. It's true. Let's go look at this. So, chat. look at this right here. So this is what's on our mech. And this is what fell off our mech. I have a feeling it's a little bit different size. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Ugh. Whatever. It is what it is. What do we got to do up here? This mech is smoking. It's got 3 left on the CT. Golly gee whiz.
What do you need?
Can Data King finish the job? My guess is yes. We're going to cross our fingers and see what happens. Data King 1 getting the CT destroyed. Wrecking mech number 2 of the match. Oh, buddy. DK is the hero we need. And, in fact, the one that we asked for. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. Sarvik, we're going to have you start approaching on approach up here. See if we can't get something going on. We don't have good line of sight, though. So, Chaotic Looney is instead going to... He's got not that great of armor, actually. We are going to go after one of these mechs up here. The Goblin has a lot of armor. And this one, the Manicore, has even more. So we're going to shoot at the Goblin. Why not? We'll get its attention. Not the best chance to hit, but hey. There we go. Lighten that up just a little wee bit. Oh, boy. Lots of talk up there. Oh, man. League of Legends and whatnot. You didn't like the Piney Woods SOF Deep Jungle, Louisiana? Oh, man. Of Deep Jungle, Louisiana. They're all right. Nothing wrong with that.
Aye, aye.
Ooh, we can get up over here with Sarvix. We're going to do that. We're going to stand up here in the woods, the cover, and take another shot over here. We are... We're going to hold off on the AC-20. We are below 50%, and we are at our target ammo capacity, which is half of our starting ammo bin, which means it's not going to be, fingers crossed, you know, at risk of blowing up. 2 solid laser hits into the rifleman. We'll see if we can't get this to go our way. So, all right, Cass, no worries. Lurk mode indeed. Quita says, I grew up in Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas. Love Louisianans, but not the swamps. Fair point, fair point. I haven't been around the swamps in those areas too much, but I know the swamps up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan are big, giant cedar swamps, cold and full of mosquitoes. And that's really about it. Oh, man, Chaotic Luna's getting knocked down. Oh, no, that's not good. Ooh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. And, he overheated to do that as well. Not ideal.
Commander?
Tin can pops. Leg is pretty shot up. Torso's still good to go. So we're going to keep up here. Keep this right launcher where it is. And we're going to launch. Oh, we are overheating. So we'll turn off one of these. And we'll keep firing away at the rifleman. A couple hits up there. And it is what it is. Southeast Texas, Southwest Louisiana. Humidity got you down? Tough crap. That's why I'm mean now. Raffle. Lived it my whole life. That's true. Yeah, we've had some hot summer weather. Nothing anywhere near what you guys have had down there. But when you've got 100% humidity and and it's a high of like 102 degrees for a couple weeks versus the whole summer, that alone was miserable enough. The flip side, though, is back in the peninsula of Michigan, you get yourself 8 months of winter where the high temperature, the upper temperature doesn't actually, get above 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So, yeah. Babies have webbed feet. I believe it, Tug. I believe it, man. It is what it is. All 4 of them. Oh, boy. Okay, now there's going to be some questions. So let's see what we can do up here. We're going to have Data King 1 continue to pivot up here. And we're going to rock and roll and see what we can do. We've got ourselves a Demolisher. That's not good, chat. Oh, man. That's not good at all. Ugh. Manitugs. We've got a... Chat, we've got a Demolisher, man. That's not going to be good. Buckle it on those bumpy rides. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt a lot. Yep, be right back, Tug. You might have some friends here soon that are haunting the Argo with you. Oh, man. Again, we're going to come up here in point-blank range shot. Hopefully on this rifleman. Hopefully we can get this taken care of. Fingers crossed. There we go. Structure exposed. Oh, boy. Queenie says we used to joke our kids would have flippers once we took the anti-nerve agent anthrax pills. Hence our term for them was flipper pills. Oh, boy. Called shot to the head. Oh, man. Chaotic Looney's getting wrecked. Chat, this has gone very, very sideways very, very quickly. Because they have a Manticore up top. which is not good.
Right here.
Yeah. At least the rifleman is turned off. It got a little hot. We're going to back up as much as possible and continue to kind of walk away from this scenario. And we're going to go for the CT. Ugh. Oh, this is not ideal. It wasn't so bad until we saw they had a manticore up here. Ugh, not good.
Yes, Commander.
And we're going to continue to do this. We're going to continue to go for this. Trying to go for the torso. Turning everything back on. Looks like we're going to be cycling that one SRM4. Left arm destroyed, which is fantastic. On the rifleman, that helps reduce its
Target's taking a
firepower.
critical hit.
But we need that thing to just bail on out. Oh gosh, the 80 tonner is a Manicore. No, sorry, Demolisher. And a Manicore. Oh man. It's a mess with the PPC, which is good. Whew, I'm legit freaking out over here, chat. This thing is super scary. Left leg destroyed on Data King's Griffin. Oh man, and it's a knockdown as well.
Going down.
Ooh. Queen is saying, seems like Darius and Seameyer are playing a joke on you. I imagine the discussion before the drop was, hey, let's mess with him, boss. Drop him in the valley, surrounded by enemy occupied in the high ground. It'll be great. Yeah, it's true. We also aren't. We've been very slow to react to the situation up top here, unfortunately. So,
Aye, aye.
not a lot of good stuff is coming from that. So, it is what it is, and we just got to deal with it. So.
Regain footing.
We're just going to keep working on this as much as possible.
Mech is limping.
Firing everything we got while we still got it.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Left torso destroyed. That is going to be a pilot injury. Definitely, which is good. And hopefully they boost up to panicked. They are, but they survive the roll. How much do they have left on the CT? It's 82.
Aye, aye.
Ugh, we could get lucky here. We're going to have Sarvik go in point blank range with the AC-20 to the CT. There it is. Sarvik getting the kill. CT destroyed and the left leg. Rifleman 4D down. And now we just got to go tackle about, 5,000 armor rating of vehicles. So, yeah, this should be
Standing
fun.
by.
The question is, what do we tackle first? We have a Demolisher up here, twin AC-20s, which is super dangerous. The Manicore up here, which is also dangerous. And then we've got a Goblin up here. So the Goblin is going to be very hard to get to, but it does have the least amount of armor compared to this. And compared to this. But I really, man. These guys, I think we're going to have to slog up here and focus on the Demolisher, while everyone else is going to get up here and try to work on the Goblin. Fingers crossed, so. Yeah, Quetus is saying recommend kiting the Demolisher out of its range, reduce the others, and then hit the Demolisher. That's actually not a bad idea. Continue to rotate up here. My concern is the Demolisher is going to get to this cliffside and going to get range on us and an accuracy bonus. We'll see how this goes. Maybe we'll get lucky up here. We got a really good chance to hit with these Lerm 30s. We've got 2 more salvos left after this, and then it's punch and crunch mode in a mech that's already heavily damaged. Thankfully, they're not doing the best chance to hit us, though. So that's helpful, and we'll see how that goes. Tin can pops. We're going to get you back into cover a little bit here. Protect that right side. It's the last weapon system you got active on that thing. And we're going to go for that Goblin one more time. We're going to go in and hit that coolant vent. There we go. And Quita says, if the demo moves as you stated, back off up to the other cliff for some long-range exchanges. Normally I would agree to that. The concern I have is how much long-range firepower we have left on these mechs. We'll have to evaluate the situation if and when it happens. My guess is it probably will happen, though. So, working on the Goblin. It is opened up. It only has 10 left on it. Hopefully we can get this squared away. The demo is going right into Overwatch. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, chat. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
I'm hit. I'm taking internal damage.
Oh, Chaotic Ludi, I think is gone. I think he's gone, and we lost the Wolverine.
That shot went internal.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Ooh wee. Well, chat. Ah, man. F's in chat for Chaotic Looney. I didn't see a ejection pod bailout. DK's got one wound left as well. And dude, I don't think we could probably take out this goblin, but at this point we're only doing it for vehicle salvage. And there's another mech back here. There's an AC2 carrier. Oh man. Oh, yep. I think we're gonna hit the withdraw button on this. We succeeded the primary mission. Crap. Look at this. Chaotic Looney, CT destroyed. Only a little bit of the knee sticking up out of this right here. Watery grave. Oh, man. Chaotic, if you're out there watching, we miss you, buddy. Oh, man. All right. Well, we're going to hit that withdraw button. It's a good faith withdraw, so at least we're getting paid. Oh, that was unfortunate. Those local government mechs were out for blood. I mean, Darius, those were vehicles. Those were very, 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 very dangerous vehicles. And Chaotic Looney now has a coolant vent lake burial. So, you know, he should be preserved for a good long time. Ugh. Man, I was hoping we would get lucky and not have that happen so much, but... oh, boy. Oh, man, we lost more C-bills on that. These 3 skull missions are brutal. Chaotic Looney killed in action. Oh, man. Data King 1 injured for 64 days. Oy vey. And we lost the mech. Golly gee whiz, man. It's dangerous. Dangerous. We got a Shadowhawk part to small laser for our compensation. Crap. Oh, well. Such is life and death in the Burnt Toast Brigade. I'm going to take a big swig of coffee right now, and we'll go check out Chaotic Looney on the memorial wall here in just a moment. Woo, boy. Yeah, Aquita says, brutal sim is brutal indeed. Yep, the Wolverine BTB has been destroyed and could not be recovered. And Chaotic Looney has died. Oh, man. Go to the memorial wall. Chaotic Looney. He was hired on the same day as Tug Bobo. And he far outlived him. Look at that. 35 deployments. 45 mech kills. 4 injuries taken. 11 other kills. Anita Coach was the name. Let's take a look here at the details. Canopian, Periphery, and a green mech pilot. And on day 1130, Chaotic Looney was hit by an enemy demolisher. The life of a commoner is much the same throughout the Periphery, where conflict and limited resources make for a hardscrabble existence with few opportunities. And unfortunately, this opportunity cost Chaotic his life. So, if we get some F's in chat, oh boy. Man, Chaotic Looney is a good pilot, too. Good pilot. Chaotic Looney did some damage. You always apologized after he did the deed. You will be missed, buddy. You will be missed, man. Golly gee whiz. What a deal. Oh, man. Queedy says, I imagine more than one epitaph includes the words, was hit by an enemy demolisher. Yeah, you are absolutely correct. And in the Burnt Toast Brigade, it won't be the last. Chat, before we actually go in and fix up our mechs, before the pilot bunk actually gets cold, we're going to hire ourselves a new pilot. We're a pirate crew. Why not? So next on the list, if you're out there watching, either live or on video on demand, is Tanja Falkenbach, who last stream gave out a pile of gift subscriptions. Thank you very, very much, Tanja. And Tanja, if you're watching this, whichever pilot we end up picking, if you get the chance, let me know what you want it to change to. Let me know what you want to see as far as voice, skin color, hair, whatever it may be, gear. Just let me know, and we'll get that squared away. But in the meantime, we'll pick out what looks to be a pretty decent pick. And unfortunately, we can't pick the Corsair. We can't change much about them because they are a streamer pilot. Or not a streamer pilot. I don't think he is. This is going to be a Kickstarter pilot. But we can change out just about everything else. So the question is, who has the best stuff? We have a 3-4-3-4, some 2s. I think the best is going to be
I hear ya.
Flume up here. He was Periphery Commoner, Independent Trader. So that's actually really, really cool. Hired Killer. Killing for money is surprisingly easy and lucrative, which is cool. A Klutz, increased XP cost to level piloting and a small chance to eject when knocked down. It is what it is. Merchant discount, which is huge. Spacer, reduced injury times. And Criminal for a Siebel bonus. Taking a contract from pirates. Well, hey, we are indeed a pirate crew. So, Tanja Falkenbach, let's go take a look at your brand new mech warrior being hired on. Oh, buddy. And if you want to change anything about him, just let us know.
What can I do for you?
And we can get that squared away. The call sign is going to be as much of the name as I can fit on in there. Oh, buddy. Which is the whole thing. Tanja Falkenbach, a.k.a. Jacques Fournier. Oh, man. With voice 15.
Waiting for orders.
There it is. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. Welcome to the crew. Tanja Falkenbach, our newest, latest hire. Ignore the warm bed. It is always like that once you sleep in it. There was no one there before you. It's a-okay. So it looks like we actually have a really good opportunity here. Piloting is not something we're going to be easily able to max out. It's going to be more difficult to do this based on the... basically based off of the... oh gosh, where is the service record? The extra one here is Klutz. Increased XP cost to level piloting. So we're not going to focus in on that. We are going to focus in on a few other things. And Tanja, if you're watching, if you have some recommendations, let me know, and we'll see what we can do to kind of mix that out. Right now, we're probably going to tackle tactics first to get sensor lock, and then we'll figure out either the gunnery tree or the guts tree that we're going to go up on. So we shall see. That's right, Quetus. Huzzah for Tanja Falkenbach. Very generous viewer for many in the community. Tanja's an awesome individual, and if you ever get the chance to talk with him, not just like in chat, but out of chat, like offline as it were, super smart individual, really compassionate, always has really cool ideas, and I really, really enjoy my conversations with him, both here in chat and otherwise. This is an all-around fantastic individual, and the community and us here are a much better place for his presence. So I know he was on a little bit earlier. It's a little late in the day for him, so being across the pond over in the eastern portion of the Atlantic Ocean. But hopefully you can catch this a little bit later. And yeah, welcome to the crew, man. Welcome to the crew. Let's see, while we're here, the crew that is available, we're just going through and seeing if we can continue to max out the skill sets we have, or if we're going to have to pick a few new ones for some pilots. Looking like everyone is still doing pretty A-okay for the most part. I'm trying to max out the trees if at all possible. And Guyver, if you're out there watching, we're going up the tactics tree for you right now. Trying to get all the way up here to Master Tactician if possible. So fingers crossed we'll get to it.
Waiting for orders.
And HBFT is doing good. Continue to go the tactics route here. And Gunnery, Nasty J took some major wounds. Pretty good pilot hire, all things considered. And right here, we're getting closer and closer to cool event for Rack 386 and Tanja Falkenbach. Oh, buddy. Oh, man.
Commander.
And Tin Can Pops. And, of course, Toast, who hasn't seen that much action lately. Trying to keep, you know, the other pilot crew members on board into the action, as it were. We're going to try to max out pilot, and then we'll go for something else. So, oh, boy. Into the mech bay. Let's take a look at the damage. This is going to be a little bit rough, is my guess. That's going to be a refit, and that's going to be a refit. Unfortunately, we lost our Wolverine. Ugh. Really liked that that build. That was a lot of fun. We might end up rebuilding that mech. Triple LRM 30s, or LRM 10s, is a pretty solid choice, all things considered. Nothing in the arm. What do we have here? Nothing there. So that's only going to be a few days. 6 days. Not too shabby, not too bad. Do we have SRM6s in stock now? I hope we have one. We have one, it's a plus. So while we're at it, since we're probably going to be traveling, I'm going to rip out this SRM4 Plus. It's equivalent to a base level SRM6, but we're going to stick a fancy one back in. And now we are a little bit hot, so we will pull out a... Ooh. We will pull out 2 jump jets. Keep that heat efficiency a little bit higher. The jump jets are primarily to jump on enemy mechs if we have to. They give us some versatility, so it's okay. We could keep the heat sink in there or pull it out. We'll leave it. We'll leave it be for right now, and we should be good to go. 7 days, not too shabby. Not too shabby indeed.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Take a look at the managed tasks here. We do have all 3 mech bays running, which is really good for repairs. So this is not going to take as long as we expect it to be. And this main shop is going to make sure they all run it as the highest efficiency possible. Do we see here? Do we need to put something else in a trebuchet? One of these other mechs, we are missing something. I'm just trying to see what it is and where it is. This has all the Infernos in it. The Shadowhawk is good. There's something that I thought we were missing. We stuffed some extra heat sinks in just in case, but looks like we've got this all kitted out to where it needs to be. So no worries there. Phoenix Hawks are still kind of doing their things. Nothing super fantastic. Shadowhawk with max armor, a large laser AC5, not too shabby. So, yep. Quita says concur and right on.
Concur and right on.
Quita also says, in terms of return on investment, there is a case to be made for hitting 4s in piloting and gunnery prior to racing to the end of any other focused trees. You're absolutely correct. So for those that are watching, Quita's Venator is absolutely correct on this. Return on investment as far as your time to kill and as far as getting other abilities to reduce impacts on your mechs and just getting the most C-bills as well as salvage on your missions without having... What I mean by that is doing the damage, getting the objectives, getting the salvage, and receiving the least amount of repairs required, damage to your mech. Definitely want to get 4s in piloting and gunnery. That way you can go in and do some good shooting as well as potentially get good evasion as well as some melee if you need it before you do anything else. For this playthrough, we are definitely doing things suboptimally. Like, for example, we're putting ammo into torsos or arms. We're not putting it into the legs. And if you want to have increased survivability, you want to stick that ammo in your legs usually. That way, if a leg blows off, you still have your full armament up top. You're not opened up to more easier routes to get to your CT. And generally causing a lot of bad stuff to happen to your mech, aka explosions. So that being said, I think what we're going to do is we are probably going to get ready to prep another Wolverine if we have one. And if not, it is what it is. It looks like we actually don't have another Wolverine ready to go. And that's a bummer. That's okay. So it is what it is. We do have some other support mechs out there. That Lerm 30 mech was fantastic. That was a lot of fun. So we'll have to keep that in mind as we're rolling around and doing a few different things. We have our all-arounder up there, and I'm going to pull up our Griffin over here as well. It's a pretty solid choice. We'll leave it down here, actually. Why not? Should be good. This is our all-arounder with a medium pulse on the head, which is really fantastic. I really, really enjoy that. Our Hunchy down here is really cool. Long-range support Hunchy. Not bad. But with that being the case, we do have to refit the longbow, basically throw everything back into it that fell out. I think we have enough SRM4s to stick back into it. We don't, actually, so we're going to check the store for SRM4s. I think they might have some. They've got 4 of them, so we're going to buy... Oh, boy, chat. We are going to go broke. Oh, man. Not good. Not good. So we probably should have stopped repairing some of these mechs just to avoid what's happening here, which is really, really dangerous stuff. But 129,000 C-bills. Ooh. Quita says no desire to convert the short bow back to a longbow. We could definitely do that. I think we're going to leave off on doing that for now. And actually, what I'm probably going to do here, chat, because this is going to cost 129,000 C-bills, we're going to forget this because we do have just under 800,000 for for our finances. So, unfortunately, we're at that spot right now where we might need to sell a few of our extra mechs in storage, and we're not in the best planet to do that. So, we do need to stay solvent as much as possible, and we're in a bad spot for that. So we're gonna sell off both of our Locust 1Vs. We're gonna sell off both of our fire starters. We'll sell off the Valkyrie as well. We'll keep the Urban Mech. That's always going to be a decent-ish replacement. The extra Phoenix Hawk and the Blackjack is a pretty decent one as well. And that puts us way back up there to having a lot of cash so we can travel. But once we do hit that travel, financial report is 10 days away. We're going to be on the verge of bankruptcy again. So we will see. That'll give us enough, I think, to get our mech repaired up, the longbow. Turning it back into a short bow, kind of keeping it there. And we'll just kind of roll with this for now. I really like the Quetus. The main reason I'm kind of stick with SRM4 for now is I'm trying to see what we can do with weird or niche case builds and see how successful we can be. It's kind of another difficulty slider in many ways. Kind of like a triple AC2 support Hunchback. Who would do that? It's worked out okay for the most part. And so I'm just going to try to, work on that if and when and where possible to really try and tease out new and unique things. And if we can make that work, then cool. And if not, well, it is what it is. And we always have to try something else. But that's why, at least for our Archer, I think it's a 2R or a 2C that we have currently being readied up. We'll take a look here real quick at Archer 2R. If you have a weird edge case build that isn't very common but could be interesting and unique, let me know. We could, again, turn this into a Brawly Archer. It's got the fist for it, but it doesn't really have the armor for it. So, I don't know. There's some interesting things that we can do with it. It's got 4 energy hard points and 2 support, and 2 missiles. I'd love to stick 2 B lasers on this thing if we ever ran across those, but haven't seen any of those just yet. So chat, with this being the case, we're going to go over here to the contracts, see what we have for travel contracts to at least cover some of our costs. These missions, these are very, very brutal. Pirate missions are notorious for that. We're going to try to go back to a 2.5 skull if we can. 62 days is a large amount of time to travel, so is 40. And 20 as well. Oh, man. Hey, hotshot. Boom chicken must be a thing at some point. It's true. It's very, very true. Boy, oh boy. An assassination for a 2.5 skull. It could flex to a 3.5 skull. 22 days away. That's over onto Enkra. That could be pretty good. Again, we're not going to be so much looking for salvage as we are cash. So that's another consideration because right now cash is king. I really don't want to deal with an escort though either. That's another escort as well. This is a straight up battle, but again, 62 days away. We're going to likely go through nearly 2 financial reports, and that'll bankrupt us pretty quick. So, yeah, not the best travel contracts available here. We could take a lighter one and just do some simple mechs, our lower tonnage mechs, and try to earn some C-bills. But most of these are a little bit too far away. Quetus Venator says, what was the top mission on the list? That is going to be stolen goods and ambush convoy. So this 2.5 skull could flex to a 3.5 just based on the normal gameplay. And then you've got your pirates, which will flex another half skull, which means this could flex to a 4 skull mission. And then you have ambush convoy, which could have dangerous things like Von Luckners and Manticores, which is why I'm very, very leery to take these. Especially trying to take lighter mechs to keep in front of the convoy. These are very, very dangerous here in 3025, especially with pirates. Now, you could get really good loot with the pirates. We are allied with them, so we get loot magnet working in our favor. But so far, until we get, I'm thinking we're going to avoid straight up 3 skull missions for the most part, until we can get our 3 heavies and assault ready to roll on that. Things are just very, very hard to get cash for right now. So we could take this down here. It's an assassination, or sorry, a repossession. 1.5 skulls. It could flex to 2.5, and it could be fairly dangerous. We'll see. It is 15 days away, so let's go see if we've been to Midthune and what it's actually like. This might be a simple enough way to get a bit more C-bills back in the bank. Is this Midthune down here? It is, and we have already been there. I'm going to try to avoid going to planets we've already been to. So with that, we're going to go back to looking for 2 skull missions, simply because we're going to grind out a little bit more cash, get our mechs repaired, and then dive back in to doing some heavier stuff. We do have the mechs for the heavier stuff, and we're going to be using them, but we do need to get ourselves a bit more cash solvent, as it were. If I can find out where the Argo was. There we are. So if we can go to a black market that we haven't been to before, that would always be fantastic. So this is a 20-day travel. Black market, manufacturing, proliferary, rocky ruins, small tainted atmosphere. Not super great or amazing. There is local government and pirate missions, though. Where else do we have? We could go over here. We've not been to Columbine. Inner Sphere, which is pretty good, is more desert. Moderate population, 12 days away. Again, there's not that many factions present, but it's not too shabby. Up here is 18 days. Inner Sphere, geothermal, low gravity, lunar moons, research token population, and a bit more factions going on. Now we have been to Naumedi though, so that's a tough one actually. Shoot. We have not been to Decon, periphery level. There is a black market store here, though it doesn't look like it's showing. But again, Madras, we have not been there. High pirate activity, and it's 20 days away. We can probably do some missions there without too much hassle, but there is not a lot of faction stuff going on there. We've been over here. We have not been to Weddiger. It's uninhabited, though, so you're unlikely to get a lot of good stuff going on. We have been to Brigat. We have not been to Pojos, but this is 3 Skulls, it looks like. A lot of stuff here, though. There's a lot of stuff going on there in that location. Ingress is really, really highly challenge rating as well. We have not been to Repulse. It's 18 days away. Electronics, agriculture, periphery, small moons, tropical world. That would help out a little bit. Chat, I say, I'm really tempted to go over here towards Repulse. Then we can start meandering down through this area again. Looks like there is some encroachment happening here in this territory that we could possibly have some stuff going on for us. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go into Repulse. Repulse is a lush agricultural world with valuable mining deposits accessed through vast gashes at the rocky poles. Despite the planetary resources, the population remains low due to an undesirable and mercurial climate. So we're going to do this. We're going to take a gamble, 18 days. Agriculture, electronics, we haven't run across this very much, which would be potentially good to have. I don't know. We'll see. It's got moons and tropical world, which could be a variety of missions. And we could hopefully get some stuff done here. Now, we are not friends with the Capellans. So no matter what we do, we can't get their reputation up. But we should see what we can do here. So we're going to hit that travel button. And we're going to hit that set course button. And we're going to see what we can do, leaving this beautiful, beautiful system that we're in. And fingers crossed, ladies and gents, we can find ourselves some work and not go bankrupt. We knew that when we were going to ally, we're going to hit that pause button. We did just get our archer readied up. And so what that means is we can hopefully get it kitted out with some cool swag. Hit that pause button right there. We'll go check that out. But yeah, we knew that when we were going to ally with the pirates, it was going to be a huge dynamic shift on the missions we can take, and the difficulty of the missions that we were going to be getting our hands onto. So here we go with the archer. There are some interesting things we can do with this. We want to make sure we have max tonnage. We have about 24 tons to play with, which is pretty cool. All things considered, that's actually quite awesome. We could turn it into a big giant laser boat if we wanted to. A quad large laser boat seems like it could be a lot of fun. That actually could be a lot of fun, actually. Let's see what we have over here for heat sinks. We got a few that we can stick on here. Try to get some of this heat back up just a wee little bit. And we'll drop our leg armor down. No worries on that. Usually I don't want to drop my leg armor below what we got for armor. and it should be okay. And we'll drop that, this, and this. There we go. Four bar efficiency, quad large laser archer. Seems like a pretty crazy cool thing to do. That seems like it'll be a-okay, and that'll work out. And chat, if you have any cool ideas or anything that you'd like to see different, please post it here in chat. We can come back and revisit it. So, and we'll go from there. Ooh. So Quetus is asking, what does 3 large lasers and 3 MGs look like? Ooh, that could be good. They're going to be a little bit heavier than we expect, which is always unfortunate. So we could put 2 MGs on there. It's going to be 1.5 tons. The concern I have is simply that we're going to lose these support points if we need to. The melee on the archer, total chassis damage is 105, which is pretty good. We don't have any DFA damage because we don't have any jump jets. We could pull one of these large lasers off and take a quick gander at it to see. But we're going to have a lot of extra tonnage on there, which I'm not super stoked about. Yeah, we still have 4 tons left, which we could then put SRMs and stuff in there, but it doesn't really easily fill it back out the way that I'd like to see it. Again, if I found some B lasers, that'd be really cool. We could put PPCs in the arm. That's going to run even hotter. We could try this for another time around if we need to repair it. So we could put another medium laser in and a heatsink. I don't know, man. That would only push us up. Not that amazing. I think I'm going to try the quad large laser. I haven't seen that done before. And I'd like to see what quad large lasers do. We like them around here. They seem to be all right. And if it proves to be not that efficient, we'll start to kind of bring this back into a mid-range. This is fairly heavily armored for a long-range firepower mech. That is very, very true. But we want to be able to operate these in mid to long ranges so we can get that accuracy bonus. So, Quetus is saying, just seems like the 4th large laser is going to wreck you with heat. You're absolutely correct. That being said, most people will usually want to run around 6 or 7 on the heat bars here for efficiency. For us, 4 heat efficiency is a-okay. We'll probably pilot this with a coolant vent pilot. And then we'll start cycling lasers down if and when we need to. So effectively only going to fire 3 at a time. We can probably get 2 full alphas out of all 4 of these twice in a row with the heat capability that we have. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Fingers crossed, and we'll go from there. But it's all part of the fun. Trying weird, crazy things, and if it doesn't work, we'll rip out that 1 large laser when we have to come back and refit this, and we'll try a few other things, such as MGs and a medium laser or 2. So I think we'll roll with this for now, and we'll try out the rest if and when it comes to getting a refit on this, which is probably going to happen. Not gonna lie. So Tug says he comes back and says, "Boom, chicken" in chat. Did you get a Raven 4X? No, unfortunately, we did not. We did lose Chaotic Looney, and we did lose our Lerm 30 Wolvie. Manticore to the face. So, unfortunately, that is a sad thing. The plus side, though, is we now have Tanja Falkenbach as a pilot. So, and with Quetus Venator on deck after that right now. So, Quetus, that puts you in an interesting position. You know, do you want a pilot to kick it or not? You know, so we'll see. There was a very brief eulogy. We said sorry afterwards, you know, as is the tradition for Chaotic Looney and Canadians, and immediately went and hired Tanja Falkenbach before the bed got too cool. So we are currently getting our Archer. It's going to be quad large lasers, so you know it'll be all right. Should be a lot of fun. Let's go over there, and our financial report's coming in, and this is going to be painful. Ooh, boy. Yep, we said sorry, eh? Query says, I can wait my turn. No need to suicide anyone. Well, I agree with you. And we don't try to suicide anybody, but every now and then, bad things happen because we try to push and push and push. And we're a pirate crew, all part of the fun. So,
Moonlighting with an autocannon. Oh, baby.
while pacing through the mech bay on a sleepless night, you stumble across Mellow 7. They are fiddling with a stock autocannon. A jumbled pile of loose metal and wire litters the deck plating around him. As you approach, Mellow 7 looks up, a sheepish grin on their face. Hello, Commander. I was just trying to lure, or tune, as it were, this beauty. Maybe get a little more performance out of her. Could you do me a favor and keep this from the Chief, though? He's already shooed me out of here once this week. Hey, man, this is a pirate ship. Do what you want, just don't break my stuff. I suppose that was in storage for a reason, so we can afford to lose it if things go wrong. Just be careful. These weapons are meant to destroy mechs, after all. Later that week, you get word that Mellow 7 is in the med bay. When you visit them, they are grinning from ear to ear despite the bandages. I did it, Commander. The cannon is purring like a kitten now. Well, a kitten that wants to kill mechs. I even managed to replicate the performance specs of the Kaliyama Tactical Autocannon. You lose 1 AC5. You gain 1 AC5 plus. And it's the +5 damage variant as well. Oh, man. Real good. Tug is asking, oh, Toast, did you see what I put in Discord for you? The strawberry milkshake flavored Pop-Tarts. I absolutely did, Tug. Have you tried them yet, man? Anytime they do a milkshake flavor for Pop-Tarts, I find they're not quite as good cold as the other ones are, but when you like put them in the actual toaster and eat them, they are smooth. They are so smooth, man. Oh boy. That's right, Hotshot. Around here in the Burnt Toast Brigade, not only do we overheat our mechs to make toast, we are Pop-Tart connoisseurs. There is well over 15,000 unique flavors and or marketing strategy combinations of Pop-Tarts. And milkshake Pop-Tarts, they usually release 2 or 3 of those uniquely a year to different parts of the country. Usually it's either a state or a handful of counties. And they do limited runs and stuff like that. They don't call them limited runs, but they'll release them here, see how they do, and then use that for their whole marketing strategy. So at any one given point, you've got across the United States around 50 or 60 common flavors that you can find in different regions like Northwest, Southwest, Midwest, West, all that stuff, right? But as far as limited variants, whether it's G.I. Joe or Blue's Clues Razzleberry or whatever it may be, you've got at any one point over 300 variants of Pop-Tarts that are made under contract for, Pop-Tart. And it's crazy stuff. So there's always a lot of cool stuff out there. So anytime you get a chance to try a milkshake flavor, it's going to be very, very creamy, very, very sweet, and generally an experience that's worth trying at least once. So that's right, man. Oh, yeah. Way too sweet, Tug says. We keep them in the cockpit, and after a match, they are sufficiently heated for post-victory flavor. It is very, very true. Occasionally, we have pilots and rumble seats cranking out tunes as well. So, man, Mellow7, thank you very much. This is fantastic. You managed to turn this into a really good one, and Mellow7 got injured along the way. Oh, man, look at all this operating expensive 799,000 C-bills. Golly gee whiz, that is a lot of cash. Ooh, boy. Pop-Tart connoisseurs. Yeah, anytime you approach someone, me in this particular situation, and say, hey, at this particular restaurant, there are over 25 flavors, all different unique syrups for your shakes. And you can mix and match whatever you want. I'll be the one that walks up and goes, can I have a blueberry, marshmallow, banana, raspberry, milkshake? Or can I have a lime, banana, pistachio, please? And what I usually find is very seldom am I disappointed in mixing and matching flavors like that. On average, it's okay, it's mediocre, it's nothing special, but very seldom is it bad, and more often than not, it's really, really good. So one of my favorites right now is raspberry, banana, marshmallow. Is just really, really good. Oh my gosh. It's not good for you, but the flavor is fantastic. Data King once says lime and pistachio sounds nasty. I would agree. The reality, however, is that it's actually pretty darn good, all things considered. So it's one of those things where you go, you know what? I like this, I like that, and I like this. Sure, why not? I'll spend $2, throw them together, let's see if they're good. Very rarely are they actually like really, really bad. Usually they're just like, no, that was a thing. Cool, whatever. But sometimes
Sometimes they are amazing. Oh, baby.
Oh man, and that's what I really really enjoy is the fun experimentation. That's how we approach BattleTech too. So, what are you gonna do? It's a lot of fun.
Hush you. Those milkshakes are bastions of health and comfort.
I mean, you're probably wrong, but we'll roll with it. It'll be fine. Diddy King says, I think I prefer lentils and barley. Well, I tell you what, DK, at least for the Shake Shacks that I go to, those aren't options. So I'd be curious to see if they have a lentil syrup flavor. I don't know. Actually, I take that back. I'm pretty sure that exists in real life somewhere. I don't think it's going to be very, very good on its own or mixed with anything else. Ugh. Barley flavor, maybe. I don't know, though. Yeah, lentils and barley sounds like sadness. That's probably true.
Network orders complete.
Oh, baby, we got the Argo upgrade complete. And we're never going to be wanting for mech repairs ever again. 6 days away, we are traveling to Repulse. It's like traveling to the town in the past that used to be, what is it, from Tremors? It's either Rejection or Perfection. One of the two. I think the fourth Tremors movie, it used to be called Rejection, and they changed it or something, or back and forth. Not really sure. Those are fantastically funny movies. I enjoyed those. Watched a few of those again 3 or 4 days ago before I dove back into The Witcher 3. It was a lot of fun. Watching Burt Gummer. Oh man, look at this. Look at this. The city up here on the right. Oh, and the beautiful sunrise. It's so gorgeous. Oh man, I love this game. It looks so, so good. We're going to visit the store. And we'll see. We don't have the cash to spend, but we could see something here.
True Soviet, good flavor, but we call them in Mother Russia comrade tarts.
Oh, baby. Wow, there are a lot of mech pieces here. A lot of mech pieces indeed. TTS, which is pretty cool. Gauss ammo, LBX20 ammo, that's cool. Not a lot of weapons, though. Not a lot of weapons indeed. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a real big bummer, unfortunately. Ah, well, such is life. A +5 damage large laser is pretty cool, though, too. Well, we'll see what we have here. I would love to just get more awesome parts, but again, we don't really have enough money to make it worthwhile, so.
More sadness with every bite. And if you don't like it, the next one in line will. Oh, man. Go pick up that Pop-Tart, soldier.
Let's go see what we got for contracts. Fingers crossed. Something good. Wow. Okay. So we have a lot of options here for contracts, chat. A lot of options, I gotta say. And we can run with our lighter mechs, which is good. An escort, supply lines. We could do some good stuff here. 1 million C-bills. Ooh. Oh, boy. Wow. All right, chat. With that being said, I'm going to take a quick break, go get a refill on my coffee. I'll be back here in about 5 minutes, and we'll rock and roll for another hour plus and see what adventures we can get into. My guess, it's going to be a whole lot of trouble, so keep an eye here on the stove. I'm going to put some food back on and make sure it doesn't get burnt, and I'll see you here in a few minutes. All right, and we're back. Checked in on Mrs. Toast, got myself a coffee refill. Let's see if we can't get into more trouble. Oh, buddy. Sadness is mother's milk in Soviet workers' paradise, DK says. Oh, boy, more sadness with every bite. Oh, man, crazy stuff. Chat, you guys and gals are awesome. You're fantastic individuals. So glad that we're hanging out. That's fantastically cool. Let's see what we got here for some contracts going on. I'm guessing we're going to have some good stuff. Tag team. Huh. All right, that actually pays pretty good. Let's see, it's against local government. I'd like you to send a lance to accompany them on our own team. All right. Yeah, we can probably do this one. Maybe. It is Badlands, though. It's going to pay a lot. Chat, I think we'll dive into this one most likely. This is one that pays a little bit better. These we're going to save to the very end. We're going to try out one of these here. Escort is probably not the one we want, but supply lines we'll probably try out. But in the meantime, let's get some C-bills back in the bank. Let's get some stuff squared away. We are below 1.5 million C-bills, so we are going to be prioritizing them C-bills right there with a pick one, get four in salvage. And working for Marina Liao of the Capellan Confederation this time around. And we're going to get to the point where hopefully, you know, we're not going to be super, super indifferent. We're still going to be an enemy, but hopefully we'll get to the next phase right here and make that a little bit better. All right, so we got Tin Can Pops and the Longbow, Sarvik down here into the Centurion. We do not want to drop with all this stuff. That's not necessarily what we're going for. We're going to try to drop with some lighter stuff, so... Oh, man. Quita says, have you heard of the Isaac Toast chain of stores in Korea? Quite famous for their toasted sandwiches. I have not, Quietus. I am incredibly intrigued now because I love bread. I like toasted sandwiches. Oh, man. This is like Quiznos subs, toasted subs. Oh, they're so delicious. Let's see here. So if you do have a link for their website, if they have one, feel free to post it down below. If not, no worries. Give you permission right there. And yeah, I'm excited. And if you can, shoot me a message in a private message. I'd like to check them out. I don't know if they have any here in the States. Maybe they've got one or two. That just seems like really, really, really cool. That's really cool, man. I love that stuff. That's awesome. So let's see here. We're gonna roll in with I think we're gonna go in light-ish. It's a 2 skull. So we're gonna come in with where's our Inferno Griffin? There we go. And we'll bring in another fire starter. Trying to maximize our C-bills. I don't know. I'm not liking that too much right now. We're gonna go in with our flanker Phoenix Hawk, our Griffin right here for the Infernos. Our fire starter, we want to grab the flamer variant of that. There we go. So between the fire starter and the Inferno, we can shut down a mech. Long range Panther with twin large lasers in it. That'd be really, really cool. Now the question is, who do we want to bring in for pilots? I think we definitely need to bring in one of our newest pilots. That's going to be Tanja Falkenbach. Oh man, gunnery, piloting, pretty decent, all things considered. I say let's go stick him in over here into the Griffin. That's right, the Inferno Griffin. Oh, baby. Oh, man. He's going to light some mechs up all day, every day. And one that we haven't run around with very recently, but is always fantastic, is we're going to put HBFT Gaming over here into the fire starter. 8 pilot on that mech. It's going to do a lot of punch and crunch, which is always, always, always good. Guyver is 74. Got the sensor lock on that thing. We're going to put him over here into the Phoenix Hawk. That's right, into our large laser, medium laser, small laser, all-around flanker. And that'll be doing pretty good work right there. And just for kicks, because we know we're looking for somewhat decent-ish gunnery to go along with everything that we've got here. We're going to put our old rusty, trusty, good for all sorts of things, Dead Man Splat over here into the Panther. Oh, baby. Oh, man. Hang on, Quietus. My guess is it probably broke some stuff up here, so. There we go. I think I got the name right. So, yeah, no worries. Chatbot doesn't like links normally, so I have to get permission for it. And it looks like for that link, you said this is a link to the Korean English YouTube channel, wherein his producer and some of his friends try various Isaac Toast menu items and basically look at their virtues. Ooh, cool stuff. Thank you very, very, very much, man. That is awesome. Ah, dude. Chad, if you get the chance, go check that out. Let me know what your favorite Isaac Toast sandwich is based on some of that stuff. That's super cool. Ah, dude, I love it. I love like sandwich shops and stuff. There's usually so much flair and excitement and uniqueness, whether they're a mom and pop, a small chain, or a large chain. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. Extol, go on about favorably. Ooh, I've learned a new word today. That's awesome. Extol. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, well, with this chat, we're in a pretty good spot. We're going to earn a lot of C-bills if this goes good. Not a lot of drop costs. This could flex to 3 skulls, which could be dangerous and difficult, but we'll see what happens. Why not? What's the worst that could happen, right? all sorts of stuff, but we're going to roll in regardless of how it goes. And I'm going to take a swig of coffee while I reach down into the grab bag of voicedom and pick a voice. Oh, man. Delicious, delicious, budget, cheap coffee. I love it. Ah, good stuff. Yeah, Folgers French dark roast, which means the coffee is just burnt, is what it really means. And it's Folgers, so it's not that amazing. I think the fact that it's now just an average coffee for me is the fact that I've finally I've drank it for a month at this point, and it's just normal. So I'm really excited to try their 100% Colombian. I have no idea how much better it is going to be in comparison, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and we'll try it out from there. So Aquita says, might be an interesting viewer interaction if a bot could list 5 to 10 voice choices for you to try to do. Ooh, that's true. That's very true. Actually, that's a really good idea. I was thinking of possibly having an overlay or a wheel spin or something. I've seen something similar for different programs and things like that. Like I know on World of Warships, they do some stuff occasionally like that. If anyone has any ideas or recommendations for, basically, I can have a pool of 20 or 30 voices, and we can either randomly roll for it, or we can try chat actually voting for it. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Hit me up over on Twitter or here in a private message here in on Twitch. Or post it in the comment section down below over on YouTube if you're watching over there. And yeah, we'll try it out. I'm looking for something like that because that would be a lot of fun. So here we go. Oh, baby. We have a situation here and we'd like your help. We've detected a joint task force of local government and compelling land units operating openly on the planet. We need to hunt them down and turn them to scrap, but even if we do manage to find them, our own forces aren't up to the task of engaging that many enemies at once. We'd like you to send a lance to accompany our own team. The two of you can then engage the enemy together and negate their numerical advantage. I'd prefer to handle things ourselves, but if they want to play babysitter, I suppose that's what we'll do. Oh, baby Darius, that's right. Let's drop down to this big green emerald of a planet. Let's see what we got going on.
Command interface initiated.
Giant purple hue of victory? That's probably not true, but oh. Agamemnon. Now I'm getting flashbacks all the way back up to Babylon 5. Here's a reference for a ship name. Woo-wee. All right, Alpha Lance. The task force is up ahead. Our intel puts them somewhere in this area. Once we've cleared the enemy lances, regroup at this location for extraction. Oh, right. Listen, mercenaries, do us all a favor and stay out of the way. Let the professionals do the work. Is this guy for real, House? Shoot, I said let's take them all to enemy file. Less overtime hours for my crew. Let's just stick near them and keep them alive, Commander. Doesn't matter who gets the kills as long as these professionals make it back more or less intact. Saddle up, Alpha. Let's go clear this AO and go home. This is Argo Actual, Capella and Lance. We'll cover your advance. That won't be necessary, Argo. We've got this. Just stay put and keep out of our fields of fire. Understood, Agamemnon. But we're under contract to... Then you can lift off and collect your payment. Agamemnon out. Oh boy, we're dealing with professionals, ladies and gents. Now, at the very least, let's see what they got here for mechs. They have a Shadowhawk. Okay, not bad. A Blackjack. All right. A Crab. That's pretty cool. And a Vindicator. Now, all things considered, this is a pretty good ranged lance that has some pretty decent medium range capabilities here. So this is actually going to be pretty useful. The downside is all of these mechs, possibly, maybe within, even with the Vindicator, once you start to core through an arm or a side or a torso, the rest of the mech falls down pretty quick. So fingers crossed, we can keep these mechs alive and kicking in a way that's meaningful. So Quita says examples for the voting thing could be either descriptions, drawl, highbrow, posh, timid, tentative, hyper, etc., or famous voices from film or radio. Yeah, I would love to do that. If anyone has any recommendations for a plugin or something that works with Slobs, Streamlabs OBS, let me know. We can definitely try that out. Yeah, because I'm very, very intrigued. Even if it's a voting thing or an on-stream screen wheel that users could vote for and impact the probability, like increase the probability of certain voices, I think it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be a cool way to interact, and it's a blast for me as well. Yeah, potentially funny combos like Asian meets Scottish, drawl meets posh. Oh, baby. Absolutely, man. So let's take a look here at the battlefield. Where are we at right now? We are kind of in a corner-ish. Means we're likely not going to see crazy reinforcements on either side. We have fought on this map a little bit more often than expected. So as usual, we're gonna let these guys kind of move up here into the open. We're gonna flank a little bit further to the left. There's not a lot of cover or anything up here, but maybe we can get these enemy mechs into a crossfire, and we'll push in on that. We have no idea what the tonnage is. We only see 3 right now. My guess is there's going to be 4 and possibly actual reinforcements. So with that being the case, we're just going to reserve all the way down until they show themselves or our allies move, and we'll go and deal with it from there. Still only seeing what looks like a heavy and 2 mediums by default. And again, we'll reserve all the way down to the very, very end and see what happens. So they got their crab rolling up, and thankfully it looks like our allies here have all of full armored mechs. The downside, ladies and gents, is it looks like the Op4 does as well. Crusader, oh gosh, get a chance at another opportunity to wreck one of these mechs, which is pretty cool. They've got an urban mech, it looks like AC-10. They've got a Griffin 1N for LRM PPC, a Crusader 3L is my guess. And then whatever that is down there, that big giant mech on the backside. It's the Crusader 3R. Ooh, and there's 2 other mechs. So there is a secondary Lance rolling around. The question is it another Lance of 3? Or are we going to be dealing with 8 mechs up here? This crab is getting lit up. Oh, man, golly gee whiz. That is a rough adventure right there, let me tell you what. But out in the open, they've got the firepower to do some significant damage here on this Griffin. And you know what? That's all right. That's going to work out pretty A-okay for the most part, I would guess. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. That's a lot of damage rolling in. And with that mech back there, that third mech, whew, my guess is we are seeing 2 lances of 3 mechs each. Again, could be wrong on that, though. Quita says, the crab pilot wants to join the Burnt Toast Brigade. I mean, I don't blame him. We pay good. The food's mediocre, and we got high turnover. Lots of opportunity for advancement, man. Absolute potential career maneuvers there are available for everyone on board. This Crusader is going to be a big problem. Let's see how our crab ended up holding out. The Shadowhawk's okay. The crab's not doing bad, but they're going to get opened up next turn. Something fierce.
Good to go.
We're going to have HB sprint all the way up here. Trying to keep as low as possible to keep out of line of sight. Making the enemy mechs up here not hopefully target us. We're going to have Tanja Falkenbach up here with, of course, the Inferno Machine. Can we jump further? We can jump almost as far as we can run. So we're going to just jump. That way we get more evasion pips. And that should be all right. Indeed, key recruiting tactic. Lots of opportunity. Oh, man. It's like when you go and take a look at homes or houses or apartments, and it's like, it's a cozy 2-bedroom. I'm like, that's just hashtags for small. You know, it's learning what those keywords are, right? So,
Confirmed.
Phoenix Hawk up here. We're gonna jump and get some more shots in, but before we do that, we're gonna take our Panther, and just gonna move up and pivot to the right to protect that arm, that right arm with those twin large lasers. Here we go, shooting at the Griffin. Let's see if we can't get some more shots on that. 1 shot and a miss. We're at least doing some damage, and we'll see if our AI Lance mates can pull this one out. With a Crusader on the field, I have my concerns. I legitimately do. But we're jumping up here with the Phoenix Hawk to get the damage boost and get that laser, large laser, a little bit bigger.
Affirmative.
And we get a solid hit, which is always going to be good. And finally got that Griffin on the unsettled portion, which means they are on the panic track, and we can keep pushing and focusing that fire to get them to actually shoot up. Oh gosh, the Urban Mech is taking shots at HBFT Gaming. Oh baby. See, do we have anyone back here? We do. The Panthers continuing to push up, so we're going to do that. Again, pivot to the right. And take 2 more shots with the large laser. 1 shot and 2 shot. There we go, doing some more damage. That Griffin's 1N armor is holding up relatively well, all things considered. Man, I really don't want to get out here with HB, so we're just going to reserve. We still want to flank over this side, but with reinforcements coming over there, that might not be ideal. So we'll see. Crab's doing some damage. Got some structure exposed up there. Not too shabby. And he is bailing on out. Does not like getting shot at, is my guess. Let's see where we actually have stuff rolling up. We've got 2 heavies, and the rest are mediums by the looks of it. And LRM 20, maybe? Question mark? What is that up there? It's a Hunchback 4J. So yeah, LRM 20 right there. That is a dangerous, dangerous mech. Again on full armor. Oh man. This is going to be rough indeed. We're going to hit that jump button, get over here, and see if we can't poke a little bit more over here at this Griffin. Not the best chance to hit, but we're going to go for it. And it's a miss. We at least stripped an evasion pip. And we'll go from there.
You gotta be shitting me. That should have hit.
That's right, man. I hear you. I hear you indeed. Blackjack rolling up in the open, going for the urban mech now. Not too shabby. The question is, are there any mechs that are getting real hot? Oh gosh. There is a 7th mech back there, ladies and gents. This is gonna be a little bit of a fun little adventure, I gather. Not the best chance to hit with the Infernos. We are going to pop up here out of cover, though, and shoot at this, not with the Infernos, but with the 2 medium lasers.
You betcha.
We got 2 misses, it looked like, and stripped an evasion pip. But, you know, it is what it is. We're working through it.
I may need some time to
Azakis, welcome to the adventure, my friend. Welcome to the Burnt Toast Brigade as we try to keep ungrateful Capellans alive, I guess. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. And it is looking like it's going to be 8 versus 7 right now. Possibly more. Oh, they're raining firepower down on our fire starter. Not super great. Let's see what we got going on. HBFT game. We're gonna keep reserving. Hello, Moscow Standard Time. That's right, Mountain Standard Time, West Coast. Oh, buddy. Man, they are just dogpiling the urban mech, which is really good. They have a Crusader, though, which is not ideal for us or our allies. Ooh, that crab is getting wrecked. Oh, man. I'm grateful we've got pretty decent long to mid-range mechs over here for allies, but they've got a lot of really heavy hitters up there, too, which is not going to help us out all that much. That crab is getting lit up. Something fierce. And the CT is open, which means it's not going to stick around too much longer, unfortunately. We're going to come up here, and we are going to have... Ooh, we can keep shooting at the Griffin, which isn't going to help that much. Or we can go after the urban mech. We can get 1 more shot in. We're going to go for it. A good, solid hit right there. And, yeah, unfortunately, that Griffin over there managed to get away. Not ideal. Oh, gosh. The crab is knocked down. We're going to lose the crab 20 right off the bat. Most likely. Especially if we're not careful here.
Yes, Commander.
We're going to come up here. Oh, I don't really want to be that far out, though. Shoot.
Commander?
Dead man splat over here with the Griffin. Can we get any good firing locations? Not really. We're going to pivot a little bit. We're going to be dangerous in a Panther. Hang in there, dead man. And we're going to go for this urban mech, see if we can't get some more shots in. 1 shot, 2 shot. Nice, nice, nice. There goes a left arm, left torso, and a left leg. That is automatically 1 pilot injury. A second one inbound when it hits the dirt, and they are on the panic track. Indeed. Oh, buddy. And now we're going to have HB roll up here, is my guess. And we're going to go stompy, stompy robot on this thing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Stomp them up, light them up, burn them down. Aw, yeah. Azaka says, not that I'm spamming, but XCOM this week. Anyone? It's possible, somebody. I don't have the game. I enjoy watching it. I do know that in the past, Flavalicious, a few other streamers out there have played it as well. And look at that, HBFT Gaming getting the kill, stomping and smushing that Urban Mech trash can into the ground.
Sensor lock.
Oh, and that's actually not good that that enemy Griffin up there decided to get in there and light us up. Oh, this is not good for the crab. It's still in one piece? Oh, wow. That is fantastic. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, Azakis means the new XCOM? Is there a new XCOM coming out? What, is it a new expansion or a new game? Let me know, man. That sounds like a lot of fun. Let's see. The Crusader's getting a little bit hot. So we're going to jump up here with Tanja Falkenbach. And we're going to see if we can't light this Crusader up with some Infernos and start working the heat on that mech. If we can get that mech a little bit hot, that's going to help us and our allies out quite a bit. Because that mech is going to be unable to fire very easily. And they're shooting over here at the Griffin, which is unsettled again. Yeah, that's all right. Zaka says, looks like a new game. City scale skirmish 5 years after XCOM 2 in the timeline. Interesting. Huh. That's really, really cool. There's a chance that you might see channel _Doyle get a few episodes of that streamed in or on his YouTube channel, as well as possibly HBFT Gaming. I know that he enjoys that quite a bit. So, yeah, we'll have to see. That's actually really, really cool. Chimera Squad. See, now I'm just thinking about 40K and Imperial Guards and their Chimeras rolling around. So, there's a lot of awesome, nifty stuff out there. I really, really enjoy a lot of the games that we have. And I've kind of come to the realization that I'm never easily going to be able to play them all. So I have to really pick and choose, right? So BattleTech is one of the ones that I enjoy the most, and so we stream that. But there's a chance some of the stuff will pop up over on the YouTube channel here before too long at some point. And that's all part of the fun, right? Here we go. Oh, man. Crusader is starting to get lit up pretty good as it's a little roasty toasty. Oh, baby. Oh, man. Hey, Sarvik. Welcome to the chat. How's it going, my friend? So just stopping in to say hi before supper. Am I still alive? Otherwise, we'll get caught up later. You are still alive. Unfortunately, we lost Chaotic Looney today in our LRM 30 Wolvie. And we now have Tanja Falkenbach actually in as well as a new pilot. But you, my friend, you are still A-OK. So, doing good, man. You're good. You're good, man. Thank you very much for stopping in, checking in, and you're still doing all right. So, that being said, our pilots are going to be challenged pretty heavily here. So, it'll be interesting. We'll get through it. No worries, man. Hopefully your day is going well, and if not, hopefully dinner and supper will help it out a little bit, man. Yeah, definitely have a good one, and we'll see you on the flip side, Sarvik. Let's see. Oh, man. Now, we're in a situation here where I don't want to rush out here into the middle of all of this just dangerous situation up here. And trying to keep this Crusader down. We might flank to the left if we can. Then we run the risk, unfortunately,
I'm receiving you.
of, well, let's just say we run the risk of them being outside of support from our allies. We're going to keep running over here with our Panther twin large lasers. Ooh, or this. This. Oh, man. Or the Griffin. The Griffin is at risk of losing a lot of stuff. But, or this. We're going to go for the Griffin and see if we can't get lucky. One shot, two shot, left arm destroyed. That's going to help out our allies continue to focus their shots further into the CT through that left torso. And we'll see. Man, what can we do? Can we sprint all the way over here? Wow, HB can sprint pretty far. We're going to do that, booking all the way across the battlefield. Oh, chat, there are so many new contacts coming in. Oh, that's not good. Commander, I'm seeing new contacts, probably the Capellan Lance. Listen up, people. We've got another Lance in the AO, so we'll need to intercept them before they can flank us. I don't think they're listening to our comms at all, Commander. Better go handle that second Lance before they do some real damage. Yeah. Yeah. Aw, come on. More targets equals more fun, Quetus says. Generally, I would agree with you. The problem is these targets shoot back, which isn't super ideal. Oh, our crab. Right torso, right arm destroyed. This mech is going to pop this turn. There is not much left of that mech, and I guarantee you I know who they're going to shoot at. Oh, they're going for the blackjack, actually. Wow. Yeah, we need to reposition and see what we can do. So Tanja's over here in the Griffin. So we're gonna jump over here, and we're gonna keep shooting over here on this, trying to keep this mech shut down if we can with the Infernos. If we can keep this Crusader locked down, that'll help quite a bit. Just in general on keeping our allies alive. I normally don't see a Crusader as a dangerous thing to have, but it's got a lot of long range, short range, and so on weapon systems, and so we got to be cognizant of that. Right now, it's opened up and doing pretty good. Guyver, we're going to have him jump over here, outside of cover, so it's going to be a little bit dangerous. And go up here to continue poking on this Griffin. Oh, it's a miss with the large laser, which is a huge, huge bummer. We did hit the medium laser, though, and the R stressed out. We really need to pick a flank and roll this, because trying to fight across all of these, this wide flank in front of us is not going to work out. We're going to get singled out. We're going to get wrecked. And as we start to lose mechs, it's going to cause a real big problem, because then they can start surrounding us, and it's not going to go well. That being said, our allies over there with the Vindicator getting the stuff over there on that Griffin, which is always fantastic. And thankfully that Crusader is still locked down. The downside is the Griffin is rolling in, and there goes the CT destruction. Oh, man. Oh, gosh, was that actually Agamemnon? Oh, no. I think, I think that was his mech. Command, this is Alpha Lance. We're under heavy fire. Commander, if these guys die, we don't get paid, no matter how much they deserve it. Oops. Shoot. Oh, man. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. There's a lot of mediums here, and we took a couple lights, so not perfect. Not perfect at all. Oh, and they're starting to fall apart. Crap. Tux is already Chronic. Take care. DK and I are going to go put down a Peasant Revolt. Alrighty, man. Hopefully you guys have fun, and we'll see you on the flip side, man. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping on by. We're going to have HBFT Gaming get up here and melee this Griffin as much as we can and light it up. There we go. Some damage. It looks like it went internal. He's panicked. Or her. We don't know. Going in with the Flamers. And that's going to be one roasty toasty mech. LRM ammo destroyed. Right torso destroyed. That is going to be a pilot injury. And they are unsteady. Dead man splat. We're going to... Oh boy. We're going to have you kind of pivot back here. Just back up a little bit outside of that fire. And 2 more shots up here at this Griffin. And 1 shot and another shot. Left torso destroyed. That is another pilot injury. And they are panicked. Will they bail? They're gone. Dead man splat with the twin large laser panther. Sending another skyward towards the stratosphere. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. As we continue to wreck on this Crusader, which is really good because we need that. The downside is all these mechs up here are going to start picking us out pretty hardcore here. This blackjack is going to start crumbling. And this is what we talked about early on in this match, right? Is as you go through the torsos and start working through these sides of these mechs that our allies have, they start to fall apart pretty quickly. We're gonna have Tanja hang out here on the side, and maybe we can turn some medium lasers back on. It looks like we can. So we're gonna launch some more Inferno rounds up here on this enemy mech, and it might be enough to shut it down. I doubt it. It is shut down. So assuming it doesn't go next, which is always possible, we haven't been paying attention much to the initiative tracker up there. Our allies can hopefully get some really good shots in if they can actually hit. So we shall see. Whatever's down there is some sort of LRM, not an LRM mech, I guess. We don't really know. It's unknown. We're going to have Guyver over here, and he's going to jump is my guess. Jump up here, maybe create another target for these guys. And we are going to get a little bit hot. We're going to turn off the medium laser. Going for the leg on that Crusader.
Firing.
And it's a big solid impact. Looks like that actually went to the CT. And they're panicked, which is good. Our Vindicator hopefully will take the bait. There we go. Good solid shots going on into that mech. Still panicked, but not bailing just yet. Look at that thing just burning up there with all those infernal napalms. That is one roasty toasty mech. And this Blackjack is getting lit up. And there goes this torso over there starting to finally get opened up as well.
Power-up detected.
Crusader powered back up, lost a lot of the heat. Something to be concerned about. Oh man, all the pain rolling in, and that gunner is finally getting stressed. We got to start knocking these mechs out no matter what we
Waiting
do.
for orders.
So as a result, we can't really jump very far. We are going to have HB walk out into the open, fingers crossed, and we're going to light this Crusader up one more time. Here we go. Someone's getting toasty. Oh, yeah, man. And they're panicked, and the heat is critical. That's what I'm talking about. Dead man splat over here with the Panther. Backing up just a little bit more. And we're going to start putting some more fire into this up here. Twin large lasers. Here we go. Can we get a CT? We got a miss and a hit. Still panicked, and they're still hanging in there. This pilot refusing to bail at all. And we'll see. Is that going to be enough? Pilot injury, another one. SRAM explosion, and they're finally gone. Like, gone. They did not bail. That mech CT just went pop kapow. Big bada boom. Lilu Dallas Crusader multipass. Oh, and that Blackjack is going to pay for that, unfortunately. Getting lit up. Now the question, ladies and gents, is where we're at. We've got basically a jump-capable Phoenix Hawk that's a little hot. We've got a Panther over here, a little hot as well. We have our own Griffin over here with the Inferno, and we got our two Inferno machines. The question is, who do we dogpile next? Do we go for the Hunchback? I'm thinking that is going to be the one that we need to go for. There's also the Dragon over here, which is a little dangerous. And, of course, the Shadowhawk. We got kitty cats over here just going ham on their cat tower. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I think we're going to go for the Hunchback. This is not only an energy-intensive build, he's also very hot right now. This is dangerous, even if they decide to punch you. So
Waiting on you,
we're going to have
Commander.
Tanja kind of back down here just a little bit, pivot over to the side,
betcha.
and light this mech up, turning off one of our medium lasers. And, oh, not that many actually hitting, but it is enough to push them up a little bit. That is a bummer. Our Shadowhawk doing what it's supposed to, shooting from range in cover right now because we got that available, and it's a decent choice. And it's a Vulcan 2T. Okay. Long-range support weapons. A little dangerous there. Quita saying typical Crusader pilot, brawn over brains. Absolutely. Right on, man. Correct. Our Phoenix Hawk, we're gonna take some damage, I guess, is what we're gonna try to do here. A little bit hot, but again, we're gonna shoot with that large laser. Just trying to provide a little bit extra targets for our allies to not get wrecked. So basically the mech I hope to get. I would love to get a Crusader. They're not the best mech in the game by any means, but I love a challenge, and I really would like to see what we can do with them. So, hey, Graybeard Ray, how's it going, my friend? So, how toasty are we? We're doing pretty okay. The enemy, however, they're pretty darn toasty, my friend. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. We've got our triple Inferno Griffin rolling around with HBFT and our Flamer Firestarter. So we're going to get up here. And we're going to punch and crunch away on this Hunchback. It's full of medium lasers. Here we go. Boom, it's a miss, unfortunately. But all of our flamers are going to roll on in. Now, it should hopefully shut this mech down. And there it is, shut down. Oh, baby. Oh, man. That's right, Graybeard's in the house. Oh, yeah. Dead man splat with the Panther. We're going to shuffle up here to the right just a little wee bit. And we're going to start lobbing some large laser shots into this Hunchback if we can. Twin of them right to the CT. Here we go. A miss and a hit. And it looks like we got a leg instead. Ah, well, it is what it is. So, yep. Graybeard says, I see a bunch of the usual suspects hanging around. It's true. It's true.
Power-up Detected.
Sad to say, there will be a subject that we won't be seeing very often, at least in-game anymore, and that is Chaotic Looney, our favorite Canadian. He bit the dust earlier in our LRM 30 Wolvie, so CT was destroyed, completely out. So we said sorry and everything during his his funeral, so it is what it is. Quita says, reminds me of Happy Gilmore. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Shooter McGavin. That's a fun movie. For the most part, it holds up pretty good. So, Gabriel says, darn, I just saw him last night. Yeah. He's still around in real life, but here in game as a pilot, he's not going to be sticking around. So, unfortunately, we lost another pilot, but we did gain Tanja Falkenbach as a pilot instead, which is always pretty cool. We're going to reserve with Falkenbach as much as possible for when this Hunchback wakes up, and then we're going to light him up and fire again. The dragon's right there, which is a very, very dangerous thing. But we're just going to keep kiting that around a little bit and going for this Hunchback, who actually looks to have woken back up while we were chatting. So, womp womp. That's all right. We'll shut him down again. No worries. Yeah, Tanja's an angel. Tanja's awesome. Cass says, did you know the love interest for Happy Gilmore is the blonde mom from Modern Family? I did not know that. I did not know that at all. Gabriel says, she even gave me a subbed HBFT last night. Yeah, Tanja Falkenbach's awesome. Awesome individual. If you see him running around, super, super cool person for sure. Katie's are over here doing Rock'em Sock'em Robots, so. Beatboxing and everything. Oh gosh, pouncing and tackling and rolling on the floor. Oh boy, they are definitely getting rowdy, that's for sure. We're going to stay up here just into cover as much as possible. And we're going to go for this Hunchback again with more of our Infernos. There we go, some shots. A lot of stray shots unintentionally, but looks like they're still applying burn damage to a Phoenix Hawk, which is good, actually. Nice, 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 nice. Sure didn't make that connection. Tanja's the male. He shared the name history from another game. Absolutely. Yeah, Tanja's a cool, cool person. Let's see. Oh, man, the fire starter with HB is getting lit up and wrecked. Oh, buddy. This dragon rocking around is, like, scaring the snot out of me. These things are very dangerous. So, Gribert says, might not respond for a bit. Just sat down with half a rack of barbecue ribs. Absolutely, man. You know, they make those little bib covers for yourself, and I'm sure they make some for keyboards, too. If not, that's actually a really interesting idea that someone should at least consider patenting. Maybe it'll catch on. I don't know. We shall see. Give me one quick moment, ladies and gents. No, we're good. We're good. Kitty cats are trying to climb drapes, so they are in a huge full-on wrestling mood. They are ready to wrestle, man, all day, every day. Golly gee whiz. Here we go with HBFT coming in for the punch and crunch and the barbecue action. Oh, yeah. Keyboard bibs for barbecue? Yes, please. And there we go. Another mech getting lit up. Someone's getting toasty. Oh, yeah. They used to sell those actually. Wow. Wouldn't work well on a laptop. That's a fair point. That's a very fair point. We're going to have our Panther shift back up here just a little bit and get some more shots in up here. Going for the called shot. Getting a little bit roasty toasty. We are overheating the Panther. Why not? We're starting to make toast, ladies and gents. Oh, man. Burnt Toast Brigade in action. And looks like our own Blackjack is going for a big, heavy, far-flung flanking maneuver. And their Hunchback is powered back up again. And we're going to have Tanja Falkenbach roll over here and shut it down one more time. Why not? Here we go. A bunch of shots, more Flaming Infernos. And it's actually not shut down, but it is pretty crunchy. Oh, right arm destroyed on the Hunchy. Nicely done from our AI. And finally, that Hunchback is panic status, so hopefully we can get that squared away. The Vulcan's running up with a really cool paint scheme, and unfortunately starting to pick on Tanja just a little bit there. And now he himself is overheated, or at risk of being overheated. Looks like there's a little bit of internal damage rolling around. And let's see, what can we do? We have our ground-bound Phoenix Hawk due to heat shooting over here. And we'll continue to fire away with a large laser, lose a little bit more heat. And then next turn, we're going to start going over and jumping to get that damage bonus once again on the Phoenix Hawk. So Krita says, cue close-up of Hunchy Pilot, slamming a big red start button, screaming, restart, restart, not like this, not like this, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, ah, is usually how it goes in my mind, right? So, sweating, of course, you know, trying to find the override button, all that jazz. Everything is catching on fire, not very fantastic. It's a good thing these are light mechs. This mission is proving to be expensive. And speaking of things getting caught on fire, HBFT is just wailing away. Right torso destroyed. That is a pilot injury. In comes more flamers and yet another nap. Oh boy, right leg destroyed. Left torso destroyed. That's the second injury with a third when they hit the dirt. Oh man, and an ammo explosion. There's 4 pilot injuries right off the bat, and that mech is still in one piece. Holy wash, Isa, man. Golly gee whiz. Wow. Wow, chat. This is one gutsy pilot. Literally. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Shoot, can we get... Here we go. We can get some good shots on here. Let's see if Dead Man Splat can't bring this home with 2 large shots. Overheating? Yeah, we're going to roll with it. 1 shot and 2 shots. There's the CT destroyed. Dead Man Splat making our patent pending toast for the Burnt Toast Brigade. And of course, finding that big red button and smacking it on down. Bleep bloop, not today. Aw, yeah. Must be the Crusaders pilot's brother. No eject. Absolutely. For sure, man. The Vulcan just kind of turns around and is like, yeah, this sucks. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. And the Phoenix Hawk is on fire, and the torso is opened up. We're going to see if we can't get this all finished up here. This is a big, giant mess. Who's the next one that we need to shut down? That's the big question. Do we go for... Let's see, where are they all at? It's all intermixed. It's all squirreled around up here. We have friendly Capellans and enemy Capellans. I just noticed this. Chat. So I'm a little confused on what's actually happening here. We have enemy Capellans, right? And then we have friendly Capellans. Huh. Yeah, this is this is an interesting one right here. I just noticed that too. Wow. I guess blue is friendly and red is not. Okay, we'll go with that. Wow, okay. For some of you that are out there that have noticed this for some time, post in the comment section below how long ago you noticed this before I did. We are helping Capellans fight Capellans, which if that isn't a philosophical statement in reality, I don't know what is. So, that being said, let's finish this off. We're going to go for the Shadowhawk. We're going to have Tundra roll up here. And, actually, no, we're going to go for the Dragon, because that is a legit more dangerous thing.
Tell me what to shoot.
There we go, there we go. Yep, sounds like something pirates would do. Yep. Zaka says, I noticed there was a message about new contacts. They said it's Capellans. And, yeah. Apparently, the Capellans were hired to fight Capellans. Or no, I take that back. Capellans were hired to fight an enemy OPFOR. And then their reinforcements that came in were Capellans that are now fighting each other and us. So we were hired by the Capellans to fight an enemy OPFOR. And then more Capellans dropped, and now they're fighting us with our Capellan allies. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I don't know. It's weird. Greybeard says, so it's a day ending in Y, right? Capellans killing Capellans? Yeah, cap on cap action, probably. I don't know the lore well enough to know if that's legit, like a major thing, but we can roll with it. It seems like it makes sense to me.
I'm there.
We'll roll up here. We're going to fire off everything we can into this dragon. And we probably should have jumped, but hey, we forgot about it. And it is what it is. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. If they want to... Hey, if we're getting paid, I don't care who we got to shoot. All things considered. Right leg destroyed, knocked down. That is going to be another pilot injury on that dragon. Aw, yeah, man. That's right. Enemy Capellans. It's just like we go, Capellans go, more Capellans go. It's all a big washboard, man. I don't get it. Backing up and shooting their Shadowhawk friend in the face. Capellan action. Oh, buddy.
Orders.
Sure. We'll come up here and melee the dragon with our fire starter and HB. Seems like a plan. It should be a-okay. There we go. Left arm destroyed. That's right. No more crunchy smash with that fist. All you got is that big angry cannon on the other arm. Oh, baby. Someone's getting toasty. Oh, yeah. And we're a little bit hot up here with the Panther, but we're going to do what we can to shoot. Probably only going to be one laser. Or no lasers if we actually decide to cool down just a little bit. Why not? We made our quota there for that particular mech for the moment. And the Blackjack is coming in to kick the enemy mech instead of shoot. Not quite sure what that's all about. Vulcan's coming back up to shoot a defender in the back. Oh, man, there must be some sort of barracks grudge going on here.
What can I do for
That's
you?
for sure. We're going to come up here with Tanja Falkenbach and point blank range, shoot what we can into this enemy dragon. Here we go. We are now officially out of flamers, and that mech should be shut down. Oh, baby. Oh, man. Hopefully our allies will take advantage of that. That would be nice. And they do! Oh, gosh. Left leg destroyed, both legs destroyed, and a torso. That pilot is down for the count. Now it says destroy Capellan forces while ensure the Capella Lance safely evacs. So we just got to keep that figured out. Get wrecked. That's right, Quietus. Oh, buddy. Guyver74, what are we going to be doing up here? We got all sorts of stuff. This is actually an enemy Shadowhawk up there, as well as a Vulcan up there. So we're going to jump our way up here and probably get a little bit too hot. Yeah, just a little bit. But we're going to go for the large laser damage increase. And a big solid impact, even though they have bulwark and are in cover. So it is what it is. Our Vindicator's rolling up and getting some shots in over at the Vulcan. Looks like that leg is already cracked up. Hey, Jeremiah73, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Hopefully your day is going well. And if not, hopefully we can help make it a little bit better with our poor choices and digging ourselves out of holes. Oh, man. Right now we are aiding Capellans, fighting Capellans. It's an interesting situation. We'll get through it. HBFT Gaming. We're going to roll up here and hopefully light this Shadowhawk on up with our flamer builds. Oh, buddy. Firestarter for the win. That is one roasty toasty rock'em sock'em robot over there. And Deadman Splat in our Panther. Not really a good chance to get any kills in, so we're going to book it over here and get this Panther with the twin large lasers of justice on that right arm, prepped and ready for some action. Now it looks like our allies over there, 3 of our lance mates, are still in action and focusing in on putting down this Vulcan over there if we're lucky. We're just in this mission to earn some C-bills, and our repairs are likely going to kind of impact that just a wee little bit, but we'll see what we can do. And we're going to book it up here with our Griffin. We're out of Inferno rounds, but we still have a Flamer and 2 medium lasers, and we'll see if we can't corner this Shadowhawk while the rest of our allies over there are quote-unquote professionals. Have to deal with this. Thankfully, their leader, Agamemnon, the Crab 20, looks to have pushed too far forward and got wrecked. So that's going to be helping us out. Hopefully, Phoenix Hawk survives, but hopefully it works out well. And yeah, we're playing on the most difficult settings possible. 8 pieces salvage per mech, low salvage, low payout, all that stuff. CT destruction is on. Pilot death is on. All that jazz. Brutality campaign. Indeed. Now, we are a little bit hot here with this Phoenix Hawk, so sure. We'll roll up and punch and crunch. I would do a big giant aerial DFA, but we already have one of our legs kind of wrecked up, and I figure we'll hold off on that for now. Really, this is a huge giant furball that we are very likely to win. So we're going to focus on the Shadowhawk while they focus over here on this Vulcan. And if we need to come back and clean it up, then we definitely will. We'll get paid and try to not go bankrupt if at all possible. Our fire starter's over here, so we're going to punch and crunch from this side. We're going to continue to keep working this mech over. Here we go at a big giant kick, structure exposed. In comes the 6 Flamers of Doom. D-O-O double dot Doom. And that mech is now officially overheating. Oh, baby. Oh, man.
Ready for orders.
Dead Man Splat rolling up here in the Panther with the twin large lasers on the right-hand side. Cooled down for a turn. And we're going to go up here and get 2 more shots in and probably get 2 more rounds after this before we have to start worrying about heat or cycling our shots. And that's always going to be a good time to deal with this. And we're getting some assistance up here on the Shadowhawk. They are a little bit hot. They aren't stressed, it looks like. They're not really too worried about it. That Vulcan is running down over there and trying to break line of sight with the rest of the mechs up here is my guess. Not really going to work out very well and is having currently very questionable targeting solutions on our mechs.
Waiting on you, Commander.
So with that, we're going to have Tanja Falkenbach come up here and do the first melee of this mech's history as well as the first melee of his. Oh, baby, 75 going into internal and a flamer to boot. Getting even hotter, man. That's right. It's getting hot in here, so our mechs will light yours up. Oh, baby. More damage rolling in. This Shadowhawk is just getting wrecked. Left arm destroyed and knocked down on the tin can on the back end side. And that's right. Guyver, punch and crunch, baby. Let's rock and roll, man. Boom! That was a big, big crunch right there. Right torso destroyed. That is another pilot injury. That is 2 on the books. And they're bailing on out. They want nothing to do with this. Stratosphere bound they are. And then there was a lonely Vulcan, which we're going to come over here and hopefully help put to rest. And unfortunately for this, we prioritized C-bills because we need them. And we're going to get a pick 1, get 4. And maybe we'll get real lucky and we can get our hands on some, you know, a Crusader piece maybe. That'd be pretty cool. And we'll see how that's going. We currently, in the last, between last stream and now, we've completed one assault mech, and we now have 3 heavies, which means we're in a good position to start trying to do 3 skull missions, if they pay well enough. That's kind of where we're at right now, which is the paychecks are getting harder and harder to find and be profitable. And all things considered, it's going to get a bit more tougher because we are allied with the pirates. So we are running up against a hard paywall and mission wall where things are going to get more and more difficult to run the bigger mechs. And so we're going to keep doing what we can keep doing. And my goal is to eventually start doing some 4 skull and maybe a 5 skull mission. I've never had 5 skull missions be very profitable. Usually we lose a lot of pilots and mechs in the process. But 4 skulls and 4.5 skulls, you can find a sweet balance if you're willing to be picky on the missions that you take, whether it's vanilla or even here in 3025. So we're going to do what we can and roll from there. We're going to have Tanja Falkenbach roll up here. And 2 medium-large lasers. Just kidding. 2 lasers. Medium laser, right arm destroyed. This is now a D-armed Vulcan. It still has its AC2, I believe. And we've got our aerial moonwalking Shadowhawk up there to help out. Close quarters combat suite destroyed. Ammo explosions, left torso destroyed. And that pilot is done as it bails on out towards the stratosphere. Oh, baby. Well, boss, how did it feel to work with real professionals? The targets are down, and the good guys made it out. That's all that matters, Meyer. Plus, Agamemnon, he didn't make it, so that's okay, too.
Mission successful.
Oh, baby, another mission successful, which is exactly what we want to hear. And it's going to be a good spot to kind of take a look at our mechs, get them all repaired, and see what we want to do next. So we made a good check of C-bills, which is going to put us back to the positive, considering we are 800,000, basically 0.8K C-bill. Oh, man, this is almost 1 million C-bills a month is our usual fees right now, which is not ideal. Crusader piece, I would like to get a 3rd one of these. It's not a crazy good mech, but there's a lot of unique things that we can do with it. And if we get one, we'll have Quietus Venator pilot it. So we'll see how this goes. Dragons could also be a good one. We don't have any parts of that. We don't really need that many more mediums right now, though we'll slowly accrue pieces of these. I don't see anything else down here too crazy. AC2 plus we don't really need. Well, we could use an SRM6. We're okay for the moment. So this is a pretty good bet to have right here. Crusader, medium laser, some more heat sinks, AC10 ammo. Nothing too crazy, but we are now only 5 pieces away from picking up a full Crusader 3R that we can ready up and put together, which is super exciting. I'm legit stoked about that. let's see how bad it's going to be to get these mechs repaired on up. And it looks like we'll be a little bit closer in the 1700, 1,700,000, something like that CBIL range. So for our finances. And if so, that's all right with me. But hopefully everybody's day and weekend has been pretty good. There's a lot of mixed messages of here in the States, in the United States, of things going better, worse, vice versa, all around. And we're here to work through it, right? Play video games, chill out, chat, and in general, just not really wreck face too much unless it's here inside the game, right? And here we could, because we are playing in simulation mode, we could mix and match and build a Crusader right now. Until we get all of the Argo upgrades unlocked, our self-imposed restriction is we're not going to go through and build anything until we get 8 pieces per mech. And that's kind of our self-imposed restriction right now. So we're gonna work through it. We'll get there. And no worries. Let's go take a look at the mech bay. Let's see what we got going on here. What do we have to repair? Here is our assault. That's right. It is a longbow-OW full of SRM4s right now, which is super, super exciting. We can just straight up repair the Griffin, which is good. Same for the Phoenix Hawk, which is also good. And what about the Panther? We can also just do a straight up repair as well. Back ribs are gone. Oh man, Grabier, was it a half rack, quarterback? Or was it a full rack of ribs? That was a pretty good chowing down, buddy. Nicely done, man. Ribs are good. They're messy, but they're good. I love it. Let's go over here and go back up here to the main screen. About a half rack. I was hungry. Nice. Nicely done. Well, chat, with that being said, it is about 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We've been streaming for about 4 hours. I'm going to switch it over to the thank you stream screen page. And again, very much thank you to TimeLord88 for the follow previous to this. If you are interested in getting your name added into the pilot pool that we pull our names from, please feel free to hit that follow button. If you want to jumpstart to the beginning of that list or near it, hit that subscriber button. Thank you very much for everyone stopping in today, all of the conversation, all of the chat. And we will be able to catch us again live right here on Twitch at TheChronicToast on a Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, streaming for as late as we can. And yeah, in the meantime, thank you very much. And we're going to go look for someone to raid. So have a good one all. And as always, I'll see you next time.